Hello everyone, Dr. Venture Senior here for Podsixclub. I'm joined with
Genzo the Gamer. Yeah, it's Friday, which means it's Magic Day, because you can only play Magic on Fridays. Or days that end in Y.
Friday Night Magic. That's the only time that you're allowed to play.
Other than events that fall on other days. Which, every day. But besides the point.
We can always play MTG Arena, dang it.
But what's not always in is Sealed. And they have Sealed in. Sealed Guilds of Ravnica.
Sealed Guilds of Ravnica is back. It's Return to Ravnica.
Which I think we're better at than Draft, or at least we feel better about than Draft. That might be the more accurate description here.
I think that is, just because we ended up getting the set pool of cards. It's like, well, I gotta make work best what I can out of what I've got, rather than making the awkward picks that we often end up falling into. So,
and then find out what fantastic picks we should have made in the comments below after we've done the draft, you know.
So be sure to remind us about that. But I mean, since we're in full War of the Spark spoiler season, all those cards are trickling out, so we can get our thinking caps on as to what we want to be brewing and what's actually going to end up happening in the set. Let's jump back to where we end up going back to the Return to Ravnica, which is ultimately going to be the setting for the war, which is going to be wrapping up the whole Nicol Bolas master plan multi-set arc, spanning like how many hundreds of years?
I don't know. Any? I could we go back to it would have been better, or return to would have been better if you said step back to whatever you had there. Just
it's return to return. Yeah, if we're returning to the return to return.
Exactly. I could have had more fun.
Dang it!
So that's all I got from that conversation was a bad joke.
Not enough returns. I've failed. So anywho, let's do that. But before we do that, I think I'm gonna go through and treat myself. I think I got something for you too as well.
I'm intrigued. Ah, Coca-Cola, Georgia.
It's the peachy kind, sucker.
I can't remember if these were twist offs or not.
I don't think they were, but
I think I have one on my.
Hey, you got one on the keychain as well? Sweet. All right, and with that, let's spend the gems that I just bought to go through and get into the event. Give it to me. I want the rares. Fingers crossed.
Nah, just resign. Why would you open the packs?
Yeah, then I could just keep them to enter another event, right? That's how that works.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know if it was good or bad. Well, you might actually be able to go Izzet. Or is it colors?
I should be.
How's it going, Seer?
How's it going, Renation Seer? Oh, I wish it was 3 Kayas. Though, that said, I ended up getting 3 mythics nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, you did get 3.
That's... Yeah, because I've actually got, like, the face of the event right now with Lazav.
Oh, yeah, jeez, that is the...
the multifarious. So, I mean, that's down for Dimir shenanigans. Then there's the 1,000-Year Storm and the expansion for the Izzet. But yeah, 1,000-Year Storm, the other mythic, along with the Celestia token-friendly shenanigans from that one. So, I don't know.
It's going to really come down to what your like actual other cards are. Commons on.
The rest of my playables. So there we go. More gems out of the ones that I have as repeats.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, trying to decide what modern deck you might be playing in a tournament tomorrow. Nice. I still wish I knew more about modern. Speaking of which, we still need to go through and actually come up with recommendations for EPM.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody hell.
You need to add an hour to every day.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Need to go through, pour over the deck list, and then actually Google that stuff to see if we can find recommendations. Because I don't know anything about the format. As interested as I am to get into it. But I really think that's something we would be getting into digitally as opposed to physically.
Probably.
MTGO is still a thing.
Well, I mean, we've played with Metamodern physically.
Technically. Yes. Reprints.
In the most technical sense of technically.
Yes.
So
what do I have for the rest of the playables? What do I have for removal? What do I have for bombs?
We could probably want to be looking at what you got in black, blue, and green. Or should black, blue, and red? Or green in there?
Probably. I probably do want to be going
at least
Grixis.
First. Yeah.
Okay, let's see what is there. because Izzet's in there as well. Okay, so we've got some kind of shenanigans. That is an apt comparison. MTG and Arena Scar. Okay, so in that scenario, who's Will Smith as the genie?
I know this one. That's Hearthstone.
Wait, where does?
No, wait. That's Artifact.
Oh, damn! Shots fired.
People thought they were going to be happy about it, but they're not. No, they've seen. I'm sorry.
Shots fired. I don't think you're wrong, but still.
No, I'm probably not. That's the worst part.
Because I mean, I guess like at that point,
Television.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah. Because I guess at that point it's like Hearthstone and whatchamacallit. Hearthstone and Gwent would be like Abu and Yago.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, based on Twitch's numbers, Magic is doing a bit better at the moment. At the moment.
Yeah.
Or, well, last time we looked. I don't know about this exact moment. It flipped.
Doesn't matter. Who knows? It's always a ping pong with those things. The numbers and the views are all over the place. Really depends on who's actually streaming at the time. So yeah, what do I have for
Sinister Sabotage, Capture Sphere?
Capture Sphere,
solid,
very solid. Severed Strands is decent removal as well.
Yeah.
Attacking their hand isn't the worst, the greatest though. Nice having a bit of evasive with the bats and the Drake. Drake is kind of small though.
Really didn't get a lot of blue.
Sprite is decent, but again, not really a... Where's my bombs at? Lotleth isn't the worst, but that works better in like a Golgari shell.
Well, Undergrowth.
Yeah.
Golgari mechanic.
It really wants to go with something that's going to go through and throw stuff into my graveyard. Which I mean, technically with Surveil, that could be made to work.
You could be throwing stuff in, but you probably want something else that's also playing off of that.
Steamkin, I don't know if it's too strong with limited, just because you're not really going to be leaning on a lot of red specific cards.
It's probably better if you're playing mono or maybe 2-color. That art is amazing.
It really is. I mean, Book Devour's not the worst, but it's still not big enough.
Artful Takedown, but that's not really...
I mean, it's solid combat trickery removal and snap, but I
mean, based on the stuff we're seeing here...
Hypothesizel... Expansion... I'm not seeing a lot that's really making me want to go Grix, specifically.
No, actually. It's kind of... Well, you have
lackluster
so few
in
blue.
That. Yeah.
That's what's shocking. I mean,
here I've got Righteous Blow is alright.
Yeah,
the Luminous Bonds,
those are
solid. The Stun Home Stalwart, also solid. The motion isn't the worst in limited, to be fair. Rock Charger.
Yeah,
it's good for the limited evasive. Handle a Vigil works well with that kind of stuff as well. Parhelion. Restore, not terrible.
Crush Contraband.
True. Artifact
if
or enchantment.
If this were best of 3, that for sure would be a sideboard. Might actually be. If you go with these colors.
Yeah, I agree the artwork on the Luminous Bonds is kind of wacky. But, I mean, Ravnica's got a lot of weird creatures to it, too. What is that?
I've never actually deeply looked at it. I didn't realize that was a creature bound up there.
Oh, yeah, that's like some, what do we call it? Simic crab thing. Thing. I like going with the typical flavor of what the Simic has been from this kind of like set block, whatever. It would be like a 3-parter. It'd be like a crab, lizard, something else. I don't know. I don't know what that third part is. The face looks kind of lizardy to me, and the body is definitely very crab.
Maybe that's why they need to, catch them. It's only 2 things.
Oh, they didn't get the third one, the third splice to actually properly take. Gotcha. And it went on a rampage as a result. That's why I suppose
didn't balance enough creatures together.
That's why I suppose the Azorius are jumping in to go through and be like, nope, stop that.
See, who needs official storylines?
Yeah, we can just make up our own. Yeah, Dissident's not terrible.
Fun?
Yeah. Prey upon, Utopia, do a bit of ramp. Oh wait, that's not ramp, that's just fixing. Never mind. Disregard. Siege Worm? That's alright.
That's an okay bomb.
Spore Worm. That's pretty decent as well. Grow something, again, this would make me want to go, like...
Golgari. At least graveyard matters.
Golgari, the thing is, I'd be splashing in the white.
Yeah, I think, get some extra removal.
Yeah.
As weird as that
with the bonds and the conclave.
Yeah,
there's stuff there. Mind broke. I could lean more into the tokens. What do we think of the War of the Spark spoilers? We think that, well, it's pretty hype.
Yeah, so far what I've seen, I still need to read through all of this, but kind of glazed over a few of them. I like that more for guide.
There's a lot of cool stuff being thrown into it, man. I mean, with with what they're doing now with the scaled rarity for the Planeswalkers and how those ones are kind of, especially for the lower rarity ones like the uncommons, effectively working as an enchantment that you can interact with. Like you can attack it straight up.
Yeah.
But it has static effects and then activated abilities that only work on your turn as a tick down typically. For those ones. I think it's really cool. It's added a lot of flavor and depth to that I really wasn't expecting. I kind of thought that we're going to go wide with a lot of janky mechanics, but this is a lot more solid and kind of reminiscent of like the saga.
Yeah, it's kind of almost like.
Yeah.
And the flavor text, eh? Wait. I haven't actually read it in the flavor text. I've been all reading with the.
They've been doing a lot of cool stuff there with just tying it back into the storyline, the characters, and setting up things that are going to be going on, as well as like the cool stuff that they have going on with specific character cards that they've been revealing through the legendary tip and whatnot. Like you mentioned that what do we call it? Totally Lost was back.
Yeah, it's been reprinted.
Yeah, but as well, the face of that card is getting his own card.
Wait, Tabletop? You getting a Planeswalker card?
No, he's not getting a Planeswalker card. Though, I mean, ultimately, I believe that's where WotC is going with the storyline on this set, is that Fibblethip's Spark will activate, and he's ultimately going to be the one that defeats Nicol Bolas. And becomes head of the Gatewatch. You heard it here first.
He's a legendary creature, though.
Yes.
Well, Fibblethip is a legend.
Yes, Fibblethip definitely is legend. Alright, well, I guess let's just start throwing stuff in here and seeing what sticks. I'll make a couple of shells and see what might be feasible. I don't think the Lurcher's really... The Uprising could at the very least be a removal spell.
Yeah.
Card draw's nice. More bodies, not the worst. Reach, Deece.
I don't want to go.
Oh yeah, Gates. Gates.
There you go, two.
Deuce Gates. Restore, good.
Yeah.
Flying, good. Flying and Vigilance with Mentor, heck yeah. Convoke, I don't know. Maybe.
I would throw it in, but
maybe if I need another body.
Yeah, cut it early, you know.
I don't. Defender reach.
Yeah, but it's not gonna do damage though. It's a wall.
It's definitely straight plain Jane wall. Rock Charger. Rock
Vigil.
Charger.
I'd get that as well. Righteous. We got 3 righteous blows.
What?
Well, yeah,
Shut.
that's a no-brainer as well. The Stalwart.
Yes, thank you. Splash the.
You're 41 already.
Yeah,
Like
I'm
I
already
said, like,
41.
If this were best of 3, that would definitely go into a sideboard.
So how I'm rolling here.
You haven't even done any black either.
Good point.
Other than like
Good point.
double color cards. So the Strand is probably good.
Yeah, that's solid. What else did I have there? I mean, really, it was the Lotla
Yeah,
going
get
for
that.
the crazy.
The bats could be okay, but you might have better stuff.
As a 4-drop, I mean, I think the Parhelion
Yeah,
is
it's better. That's what I was saying. Like, it's good, but I think you have limited.
And I think even Ledev
Yeah.
would be preferable just because it can get out earlier.
Yeah, with the
Or even.
and you're already 3 over 40, so.
Yeah, because at this point I'm really going through and trying to cut, but what do I cut?
One of the other you let's see your deck actually like.
Oh,
laid out.
right.
Actually, that's okay. Curve for limited.
Yeah, how do I my stats? Where's my stats? What do I got here?
17 creatures.
So, I mean, I could still go down.
3 sorcery, 3 instant, and 3 enchantment.
Damn.
3/3/3.
That ended up working out quite nicely.
But again, you're 3 over, and you probably want to bring down at least 2.
Yeah. No, agreed.
Look everywhere. Eventually,
Yeah.
you'll find somewhere.
Eventually, I'll find the one thing that actually ends up making it work. Do I go down a Righteous Blow?
I would say yes, just because it's only 2 damage, and 2 is probably what the print.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of that. Still like the bear for the curve.
Yeah, you're low in off of that.
Chargers do good. And could ditch the Stray. It's expensive, but the card draw is nice. It replaces itself. Cantrips. Recluse because of the reach.
You do have
I'm
flyers
loath to
though.
say.
Maybe the Recluse could be a cut if you really not to.
True.
Though it is, your flying is a bit late for game.
It's just these ones are the ones that are harder to justify because they're expensive. The Convoke ones aren't as much, but thing is, I still need those bombs.
You really do. You could probably cut a bomb though.
At which point, do I ditch the Spore Worm? Do I ditch the Giant? I'm lenient towards this Loxodon, the Worm, and the Equinox just because they convoke, even though the Equinox is so damn expensive.
Yeah, you got convoke.
Which should
I
help
think it
get
might-
it out cheaper.
I feel like you're you're not going to get the undergrowth as likely to go off for you. I mean, you're not going to get undergrowth go off for it, but it feels like it's going to hurt more to have not had it happen on the worm than the giant there.
I mean,
Nice.
at least with the Giant, I'm going through and pinging for one, and it leaves a bigger body. It does go.
Yeah, I'm saying I think worm going to cut from there.
Ditch the Worm.
Man, I know it's that easy to get rid of worms.
Well, it depends. Sometimes you have to go through into your own intestinal tract and actually negotiate with them. That's a whole nother can of worms.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, that was a sandwich. Sorry.
Sandwich, can of worms, you know. Maybe my sandwich came in a can.
And that, yeah, plausible.
You've seen those canned burgers? I've never tried one. I don't think I would want to.
I don't think that I have seen those.
Yeah, it's like an actual thing. Why? I don't know.
I'm curious now. You should not have mentioned this.
I've seen people try them before. They never give them high reviews.
Okay, if I'm cutting one more just to go through and bring it down. Do I ditch?
I mean, you could rock 41.
I could rock 41. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. We've been dilly-dallying on this long enough. Ah! Let's jump into it.
Yeah, just see how it plays.
Hopefully she handles.
I mean, sometimes you don't even realize you should cut a card until you play and go, that was my hand.
Yeah, sometimes it's only through playtesting. I mean, you go through and design these tests, they end up doing a buttload of playtesting, so it only makes sense that you find a proper build for a deck to playtest.
Yeah.
It's just that we never go through and do enough of that for limit
No.
to really find out the cards that are like, this must be included.
Don't play enough limit. Down to.
I am happy with this hand.
Yeah.
Keep. Throw out the gate, follow up with like something, maybe the swamp and shield mate.
I've been playing way too much standard. It seems so weird not to like have a whole bunch of things gone off by turn 2.
It's like, what do you mean they didn't lead with like a first turn haster and then followed up with like, you know, 2 chained off spells or something?
Yeah,
or an unblockable first turn creature that then goes through and becomes enchanted with some other jank thrown on top. Like, wait, I should be like half my life by this point. What's going on? You're actually letting me play? Lifelink, eh? Doggone it.
Yeah, Righteous Blow will,
That will prevent any life gain. Is it really worth it, though? That would probably be best used to take down something bigger?
Well, Righteous Blow does 2 damage, right?
Yeah. It is instant speed. Do I just swing out? Screw it.
Do the trade. Dead? Yeah, that's not bad.
Nah, screw it.
Okay. I would say you don't have something
Skip.
You don't have something to replace it with.
I don't have anything in my early game right now.
I think that'll put you in more control if you did end up.
Do it now.
I realized how wrong that sounded after I said it.
Well, right now I'm just going through and picturing Aqua from Konosuba doing the whole Righteous Blow thing from the anime. So that's a whole nother thing.
We'll go with that one. Didn't work.
No, this one's a hitch claw.
What's Hitchclaw? Yeah, jeez. I can read.
I have trouble with it myself. Alright, what's going on? Will game. Cool stuff.
Back without the Axodon.
Swing with just the shield mate and then convoke out the long. Go. No surprise block. Good. Guess. Yeah, do the thing.
Yeah.
It's doing the thing. So didn't we look up this color combination? What does that end up actually working out to?
Don't.
Was it a shard? Was it a clan?
I think it's a shard.
Or was it just junk?
No, there's Nothing like that. There's a shard or a clan or a guild for everything.
Oh, crap. What do I throw away? Do I throw away the Equinox? I don't want to get rid of the removal. Do I just get rid of the removal?
I would say the removal at this moment.
Ah!
You really
That was a mistake.
You want the bomb.
And I want the evasive
You
flyer.
want the evasive. I mean, it's like one of those. You didn't want to get rid of anything. Was the answer?
That was a well played card on my part. Oh, okay, just swing it. Not like that one, doesn't it? There we go.
Not a human.
Ah, Sarkin. Not my shield, mate.
We're green, it's black.
Yes. White, black, green. Green, black, white.
So we're not. We're,
Black, green, white.
We're in clan territory.
We're in clan territory. Okay. Can't remember which clan that is. Definitely not what I remember. Still don't have the creature to justify playing that.
What about the
Throth? Yeah, I'm gonna swing with the restore and then convoke out the Equinox. I'll be able to do it. Because unfortunately there's no point in playing the giant since I don't have any creatures in the graveyard to be able to profit off growth.
Yeah.
I need that value.
Well, I mean, you're presenting a lot of damage.
It ended up, I mean, as much as I wanted to go with what my heavy hitters were in this, it's like it really seemed like going with this ridiculousness worked.
If those are worth well,
it would be nice to go through and get rid of the Child of the Night without any life gain.
That's true.
So, I mean, I'm presenting so much at this point, I really should hold it for something bigger.
Yeah, I just...
Yeah, fair enough.
You're pretty close to knocking him over. I mean, it's...
Ah, screw it. Swing with the Recluse as well.
Put them on the defensive, you don't even know.
I can't do math anyways. I don't want to be forced to make me do math.
I can do math. But if you want the correct answer, that's out of my abilities.
That's what calculators are for.
Exactly. Somebody already wrote an app for it, so.
Yep. So yeah, that was the one thing that I went through and kind of threw in as an aside on the whatchamacallit. Swung out there. Ending lethal. Where's the removal? But yeah, as I mentioned in the aside to my aside that I was leading into, there we go, the Artful Takedown. I like to be able to block that child wound.
Abzan is what we are?
Abzan, there we go. I always forget about those ones. I know there's like Teamer, Jeskai, and then I can't remember anything else.
The Jeskai was on the list. Of course, before they posted on me.
Naturally.
Down!
I don't even know no one named clans from Arkir.
I just missed that whole block.
To be fair, I missed a lot.
Yeah, well, but I had played Deros.
Yes.
Which then... I think there was one block between that and Hans.
Well, that's the thing. You had a lot of curious comebacks during, like, whatchamacallit, limit. guess I'll Luminous Bonds and swing out.
Yeah.
Because you came back not only in physical Magic, but also digital.
Yeah, many times.
Because
during
I had
the duels of the Planeswalkers.
Exactly. I came back for like, I mean, I did play those as well, but not as much as you did, to be fair. You're the one who got
way too much.
You're the one who got me into them. Truth be told, so.
Whereas I was like, ooh, Magic, I remember that. I actually think every time I've gotten back into Magic, that's kind of how it's been. Like, ooh, I remember Magic.
it's just memberries. Ooh, remember Magic? I remember Magic. Remember Stasis? Remember Turbo Stasis decks? I remember Turbo Stasis decks.
In the early days, yeah, that's true. And I think it's more of just members at this point. Yeah. It's been a pretty solid run.
Remember Ernamgeddon? I remember Ernamgeddon.
I actually think my most recent stint of Magic is longer than my initial one as a kid.
That's the thing, I was trying to think of and put a timeline on mine. It's like, if I started like...
That's lethal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for with this.
41 works.
It's the cards.
At least that time it did.
It's the cards that I managed to get and actually throw in there. Hopefully,
sweet gold.
Hopefully they're the good picks. Because I'm trying to go through and get
3 wins. Yeah, you want that beautiful 3-win.
Oh, I want the extra gems. Oh yeah. Because yeah, I was thinking about it when I actually went through and played the first time, like when I first got into it. I was still buying revised packs even though gravitating towards the 4th edition. So it would have been like 94, 95, like 98 probably that I played in my first go around. And then after that, I ended up coming back into it, I want to say like maybe 99, 2000.
Which is, yeah, when I played.
But like that was very casual at that point.
Yeah. Whereas
before I was like going to the local game store like every weekend, and in some cases multiple times. And not only get my card fixed, but then also like, you know, trade and play and whatever.
Yeah, I never did that. I actually played mostly at school.
I mean, that's where I got most of my playing, like at the recesses, which then just became lunch breaks and everything else. And as well, we were just going through and playing after school, at school, at our friends' houses. And then weekends would be the time where we get to go check out the LGSs that weren't just like, you know, a couple of train stops away. Kind of. Yeah. Before we could just go through Rookies at Station Square and there was no biggie, right?
That's pretty much where I bought most of my stuff. Or not Rookies, I did go Rookies and Collector's Den. Of course, that required
Well, yeah, because that was the other thing. It was just like back in the days, looking up stores through the yellow pages to find what was around locally, and then actually physically going out there to scout it out, see what the selection looked like, and what the whole ambiance and availability was. So
yeah, none of this. Let's look at the pictures look like on Google Maps.
None of that. Guess we're just stalwart here. The records. Get Mr. Riccio? Oh yeah, first strike. I forgot.
Can't cast creatures during combat. Well,
sorry.
Lester's Flash.
Sorry.
So if you flash a creature as in, then take the world by storm and then slowly die off. Oh man. My jokes are all hating on dead software applications.
But there's so many. Don't you love it when things that you like become abandonware? No! Not my stalwart.
Actually, interestingly enough, last night over the dinner table, the conversation returned to when we first heard about Google.
next turn.
Because I remember using Yahoo for all my searching needs.
Oh, well, you remember Metacrawlers?
Dogpile?
Yep.
Yeah, it was
That
Yahoo and Dogpile were like the things to like use.
Yeah, those were my jam. And then everyone used Hotmail.
And MSN Messenger.
MSN Messenger or ICQ, or if you're one of the crazy ones trying to use AOL Messenger. AIM.
The people I know who had AIM were always the people who like they had everything. They had AIM, they had
to be
AOL,
fair,
and they had MSN.
To be fair, yes. And then I'm trying to think, what was the one that could actually do all the clients? I think it was Trillium.
Oh yes, something like that.
Wait, I can't play the low left giant yet? I guess I've got to throw the stray out. I'm just gonna... is there even any point swinging with the Dissident?
Not really.
Not really.
I'm gonna block it. Worst case scenario, they've got some kind of battle trick.
You know what? Screw it, I might as well throw that one out as well. No attacks, so I can still block the Dragonauts. The wee ones, even if they grow. Which hopefully they won't too much. Please?
And it is. Well, end the turn.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but hey.
Yeah, one of the things that I know that has been coming up in terms of discussions with respect to Magic and mechanics and playability and whatnot has, on account of War of the Spark, because of all the legendaries and planeswalkers introduced in the set, the discussion around Commander. People are like, alright, so you guys are giving us like how many new planeswalkers? Let us play planeswalkers as our commander.
Yeah.
Like, make that an official rule.
Yeah, just make it all planeswalkers, not requiring the text.
Is it worth swinging out just to see what happens? If I can get in with anything? I need to start putting on some pressure.
Yeah, you really need to, otherwise you're not gonna...
This isn't gonna go anywhere otherwise.
Start pulling some kind of shenanigans to get more red. Because they're doing all that red off the rocket.
Okay, so should I take down the Dragonauts or should I take that on the field? Because I can do that with the Righteous Blow.
Oh man, it's so hard to know. Like... Probably the flyer.
I'm gonna take down the field just because I don't like that it actually pings off of things being cast.
Isn't it red only, or is it just everything?
No, it's any sorcery or instant, I believe.
Oh, for some reason I thought
so
it was red.
that works well off of the blue. And technically, at this point, I could get my Devraki to take out the wee Dragonauts.
Why not? Just
yeah,
board up.
May as well. Creature I control, creature they control.
They're probably gonna cast them to block your attacks.
Still,
or they're gonna just concede.
Maybe
more people do that.
Maybe I was just taking a bit too long. Thinking out the play is way too long. Sorry about that.
That may have been it. Probably not though.
Maybe it's because I board wiped him? I don't know. And plus that, I got a pack.
Well, I feel like it's a pretty good chance that you're going to hit that 3. I honestly think I'll do much better than 3 wins, but...
The deck seems to be working so far.
I find it hard to believe you're going to lose the next 3.
We have historical precedent that very well can happen.
It can. Yeah, but usually that's like right out of the gate, though.
True. All right, let's see what happens.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I still don't know how. I don't know where I sit on the whole subject of make all planeswalkers commander viable commanders,
Well,
or not.
Because there's a trade-off. Because you're not, well, I guess with the exception of a few planeswalkers, you're not getting the combat damage. So you're not going to hit that 21 damage point.
Do I? This is still a risky keep. Should I just mull?
I think it's risky.
Well, I mean, I've got these as 3 drops, but like.
Oh, it's a 3. Yeah. For some reason, the Goron was it. Yeah, I'd mull it.
This one's not much better, but I kind of have to keep at this point.
Yep.
Do I go down to 5?
Do you? Maybe, yeah.
I mean, I don't even have the green to play the hitch claw if that actually comes about. And again. Alright, whatever.
Slow clap game. Slow clap.
I'm used to this stuff at this point. It's like you're on the verge of winning. Opponent has nothing on the board, and all you need to go through and draw is creature or spell. You're 7 lands in a row. Good game. Good game.
I mean, it's not always, but yes, it does happen.
Yeah, I know. I mean, realistically, it's not. It doesn't happen like, you know, even a quarter of the time. But still,
it's just so painful when it's like a crucial point, and it's like, nope.
It's just such a feels bad moment that you're like, it's fine. So I do kind of want that centipede to die as soon as possible. If I'm trading with the shield mate, that's fine. But they're not even gonna let me get that far.
Everybody.
Because get what? Play crafty. Because now they're actually triggering off of its ability, so that's good. And I'm getting screwed here.
Not what you want. You've mulled, you're getting bad draws, then they're having everything go fantastically for them. That's a recipe for a loss. But
everything's
you're not out though.
No,
you're only down.
Could still go through and make a comeback. But it seems like right now everything's coming up Jaya Ballard.
I don't think you're gonna win this match. Not hopeless yet. Completely hopeless. It's feeling like it. Freaking hates keep the sanity. I mean, it's a fantastic card, but I don't run it, so I hate it.
Like, look at that. They're gonna end up pulling out one of my best things and then playing it. It's not for free though, right?
No, they have to pay for it.
But then they can just use mana as any color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Righteous Blow is gone. My gate. Oh, I needed that.
There's a planes on top. Planes on top. I said planes on top.
I mean, at least
not listening to me.
It can block the thief.
Yeah.
That's the only good thing that I have going on with this whole thing.
You can stabilize now.
It's happened with lower life totals, but it's just I don't see it happening in this situation.
No, I don't. You're not playing a Teferi deck.
Yeah. I don't have enough control to be able to stabilize off of it. I would at the very least on my next run need to be able to get rid of the Plaguecrafter so I can bounce in any sort of meaningful way with a series of good draws off. But
you need
I don't
board
see
wipe.
it happening.
That's what you need. You just don't have one.
What are you talking about? I totally got that Kaya's Wrath.
Yeah.
Because that's totally in this set.
Settle the record.
Yeah. Yeah, that one too. That one too. Whiffed.
Oops. Actually, I don't know, recently I've become pretty adamant about always good gaming at the end of a match.
I mean, I wasn't saying it to be. I wasn't saying it to be a dick. It's just that, like, that really,
yeah, I know,
it didn't come up for me at all. So they really just got to wail on me. It was completely one-sided.
No, it's still like close to a good game, I'd say.
Yeah. There was no ill will intended behind it.
Well, like I said when we were playing the Challenger decks, I knew those nices weren't sarcastic.
Except for in those games where we go through and spam them like there's no tomorrow. Because it's
That's why I said the
fun.
Challenger decks. I was quantifying that.
Yeah, the meme decks were a completely different thing.
We memed the hell out of it.
And this is... I mean, I wish I had bodies amongst all of this, but this is still a good land draw. So
and you've got that bad taste of bad mulligans still in your mouth. Go with what you got. I mean, you pull the creature.
Yeah, I got a Recluse there, so that's something. I mean, I'll lay that out in case I want to go through and Righteous Blow right off the bat. But I don't think that's necessarily likely. We'll see. So there's the other thing in the news that has come about this week that I haven't touched upon yet.
Is it the Borderlands release date? February?
I thought it was March.
Is it March? March, yeah. Yeah, March.
Yeah, though. In all fairness and honesty, at this point, I think I'm just done. I'm gonna skip 3.
I don't know if I'm gonna skip it, but I think I'll take what I consider to be the best advice. Get it cheap with the Game of Year edition in the Steam sale.
Yeah, when it ends up going on for like,
a couple years from now.
When it goes on for like a tenner in 3 years or something like that.
Yeah. Because
they end up doing that with every single other installment for the series.
It's a shame.
It really is. But I mean, it's greedy business practices, and it's conceding sets too poor of a precedent.
Yeah.
Like, it's the parent company. I mean, it's 2K. But then taking a look at what else 2K is also in charge of,
yeah, they're putting a lot of stuff on
especially for things that we're like kind of really looking forward to. Red Dead Redemption 2. If they were to ever go through and bring it to PC, you don't think that they would make it an Epic Game Store exclusive?
Well, yeah, of course.
If if they were to bring it.
The only reason it wouldn't be is Epic finally stops throwing money at these publishers.
But for
because from what I've heard,
but for a title like that, I don't think that they would stop.
The likely amount of money that they've spent on this exclusive deal is probably going to completely outweigh people like us that aren't going to buy the game. They're going to be pretty sheltered. Which is going to be annoying, because even not buying the game may not have this strong impact on them.
No.
May not. It depends. I mean, if everybody does it, then yes, it will.
Not everyone is, because
no,
that's not how people are. Everyone is just instant gratification. I don't want to go through and wait. I want to play the damn game now.
I mean, I've read comment sections on videos and stuff.
Be damned.
And I feel, based on what I've read, I feel like it's about 30% of people are seriously not going to buy it, and about 70% of people are going to buy it. I mean, you never know. You have to see how it goes in the long run.
I really wanted to be able to Candlelight Vigil the Stalwart to then just be able to swing out with both of them and mentor the Recluse. But I think I'm going to have to go through and Severed Strands to get rid of the worm and then swing out.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could vigil and just hold back, because you could take the worm out as a first strike. I don't know if that's the best move.
Screw it. Let's throw it on You make a very
Oh, and it was
convincing
vigilant, too.
point. I should have swung with it. I so should have swung with it.
It is time crunch.
Damn it, I'm a dumb. No blocks.
To be fair, I personally find I play a little bit better when I'm not on stream because the only thing you're paying attention to is the game.
Sorry, I was distracted by my.
I mean, minutely better. We're not talking leaps and bounds here.
Yeah, I'm still upset over freaking.
Yeah.
I mean, especially considering how much Borderlands merch I have sitting at home, and how many of the actual panels that I've gone to. I'm a fan. I was really disappointed by their business decision on.
I don't know. I say that, but I'll probably end up breaking down and buying it on release day. The real release day, not the fake one.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, maybe they'll give it away as a free game since they like to do that. That'll never happen.
That'll never happen. Not with that one. Not with that one.
I mean, the only thing that I guess could happen is that if they don't, see returns from all this money that they're throwing at these exclusives, that they might stop.
Yeah, I don't even have it. Dang it.
I said anything about losing. You're guaranteed to lose the next one. Clearly, I'm wrong all the time.
Minimize is about all I can do. Well, that'll at least block the seed one. They're still gonna keep chipping away at me with the child.
And they're gaining. That's 26. That's ooh, man, that's nice.
No, I really don't see any coming back from this.
Yeah.
I would need to get all good draws, and they would need to get all bad draws for this to even remotely come close to turning around. Which, I mean, Tristani is something here, but I don't know if she's enough. The lifelink, at the very least, is something.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to do the Loxodon on your next turn. I mean, it says you could do it now, but you don't want to convoke yourself out. That's
No.
Literally.
Chup. Tristani when I was playing against the whatchamacallit, Thief of Sanity. That would have been beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You had no luck in that game. You used it all up in those first two games. Clearly.
Yep, it all went so well in those first two rounds. It was just like, yep.
Yep. So that's a thing.
That is definitely a thing, and I have to chump at this point. Oh, of course it tramples.
Yep.
So I'm down to 5? 4.
4.
I can't math. Remember, this is why I don't like blocking. Either aggro or control. Okay, what can I...
Considering math is part of my job, pretty bad at math. Yeah, you're gonna gain life.
Is that gonna work? Where am I getting the white mana off of? Double white, right?
Convoke, yes.
Is that how that works?
It said so. See?
Okay.
Now, yeah, you just... I feel like I need actually some more information on Convoke. Is that just one of the colors of the creature you've convoked, or...?
I imagine at this point, because I really just thought it was off of...
I thought it was just like a colorless you got.
I thought it was just for the colorless mana.
And-
Whatever colored mana.
I love we're almost 3 sets into Ravnica and we're still like confused on the details of it.
Well, the worst part is that Convoke is the one that's a returning mechanic from an earlier Ravnica set.
Oh.
This isn't the one that's a new
We
one.
didn't play that one. We got an excuse.
Technically, you did. I mean, I think I've seen some of those cards from those sets in your collection. So, aside from the fact that I'm pretty sure that they were in those duels. Pretty sure. Oh, this is gonna work out against me somehow, I know.
If you win this one, that's gonna be such a satisfying. Drop my phone.
Really, it just feels like I'm dragging it out needlessly at this point, though.
Are you?
Okay, the restore survives.
You're not dead yet. I mean, it's
No, I'm not dead on the board.
It's a little hopeful, a little hopeless, but
It doesn't look the best, but I'm not dead on the board completely.
But I've spent an hour with the Teferi deck because I was convinced that they didn't have a win condition.
Oh,
I've never hit one when they don't. They always do.
Those are the worst.
But then I don't feel bad. I'm like, yeah, I'm right. I knew that I probably should have gotten out of here a while ago, but I decided to play this one out.
Okay, do I play the Vine Broker and bring back the Vigil to be able to give the Restorer the Vigilance?
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would swing for some hurts though. Yeah.
Ah, so
I
yeah.
don't have anything else with, like, say, the lifelink. Could really pen. Just take the Vigil and slap that on. Ah, so wait. I can anyway.
Great.
On the Restorer. I don't believe that they have enough to be able to trigger that one off twice, so it wouldn't be able to kill the Loxodon.
How much does it cost?
5.
So yeah, it is. While casting this spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color.
Okay.
I mean, as we saw, but yeah, that's the actual text.
So that works with tokens as well?
Yeah, that's good to know. I don't think I've ever hit a situation where I haven't done a Convoke because of that, but I certainly have not been taking that into account when I'm thinking Convoke. Also, admittedly, I'm playing a lot of Convoke creatures or even really any white. Actually, that's not true. I've been playing buff.
What's going on here?
What's going on is you're working your way towards one of the most satisfying wins of Limited.
How am I... like... Am I really gonna make a comeback here? I thought this was a completely lost cause.
Just goes to show, I mean, it's... You don't want to pull out too early.
Because here's the tricky part. Now that they have the Dowser out, if I go through and I swing with a Loxodon, they can double block and take it out. That would leave them with the Dissident, which they can still continue to grow, but it's only a 4/4. Wouldn't be able to take down Giant or the Fine Broker. Do I just keep the pressure up, or do I try and play a little bit cautiously? Because I would only be throwing out the Restore. That would be a sacrificial lamb to these ones.
You know what? I would try it. If you clean the board, you can get more jabs in.
Or do I swing with both?
I was thinking that, but you might force them to do a double block that way, but then you're also might be better to have it back. So you're less likely to probably lose the Loxodon if you're throwing both.
Let's try that.
Or I guess at this point, you're less likely to lose one. They may still. Because you know that's going to be a tough decision.
They would be more likely to go through and try and take out the Loxodon, I believe, just because it has Vigilance.
True.
That's where I would lean if I were them, but it doesn't seem like they're actually going to go through and try and take out. So, wait, I'm swinging for 7, so...
Doesn't matter, you're killing both of them.
Yeah.
They have nothing in hand.
True.
So...
Oh, no, wait.
Oh.
Yeah, it grows.
Right.
I forgot about that. That was the thing that I was taking into account and then forgot about. But they can't grow it large enough to be able to take down either of those at the moment. They need 10 mana.
They need 10 of them.
Close, but not quite.
They're 1 mana away. That's all it's gonna take.
Oh! Nice.
Bring it back. What?
Yeah. Because that's gonna keep me at bay. Especially with these kinds of draws.
Yeah.
Because what do I do? I double swing and then I go through and I lose the Loxodon to a 1/1.
No. Don't.
Ah.
Now you're hoping for a Strands or a...
I'm banking on some kind of
removal or anything like that. Actually, even Righteous Blow isn't that useful.
No, it wouldn't work because if it went through and blocked instant.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's attacking or blocking.
Speak of the devil!
Wait, who said my name?
So I guess I do it. I don't want to swing out with everything specifically, though. I don't want to throw out the Discordant just because it will die. Okay.
Kinda hoping that was what it was gonna be. They're gonna be
singular.
Singular, just like Death Touch has got this.
Do I do GG in response? I'm always cautious about going through with the early good game.
Yeah, I'm like, you can good game, but I haven't decided that this game has gone one way or another yet. So.
Like, you haven't auto-conceded yet either, so it's like... Because they've got the Bartisan, which is an issue.
Plus, the Child of Ice can gain them life. You swung out with everything you're getting into 1.
I don't want to swing out with the Discordant just because I think that they
I'm
would
not
throw
saying
the,
you should, but if you did.
Yeah, I think they would throw the Dissident in front of it at that point and grow it, just to be able to get rid of that, so that would shrink my other creatures.
But only by 1, though.
Yeah, but
probably right.
But the shrinking of the 1 is enough to make the Golgari Findbroker not a threat against the Dissident.
Out the Guardian.
Chaw. Guardian. Bring out the Guardian. And then we roll with it. Okay. Tried to get it in the very last bit. I mean, I always hate going out with the early good game. And I'm always uncertain when an opponent does it to me because it's like, are you just trying to do it to psych me out? Or is it like a legitimate...
I've had that happen where I've been psyched out and I've done a stupid move because I had a good game. Alright, they're going to let me win. It's like, nope, settle the wreckage because you've thrown everything and stabilizes it.
Exactly. That is.
I wouldn't have actually swung out with everything because I So now I always play as if I haven't won until I've won.
The good game into settle wreckage is something that I've had happen so many times. It's just like
it only happened to me once. I lost all faith in good games after that. It was such a painful loss that I was like, yeah, I remember that one. I don't trust anybody now.
So
nothing like Arena giving me trust issues.
I love it when I love it when video games go through and inflict emotional trauma.
So what did you learn in Magic? Not to trust people.
Not to trust people's well intentions. Or
Especially
emojis. Especially emojis.
Well, that's all there is emojis. Or emotes, I guess.
Yeah.
An emoji.
It's not the worst. I've got 3 mana. I wish I had some white there, but that's fine. I can at least get out of Recluse and hope that I'm gonna get some more good stuff.
I mean, at least at this point, you made half your gems back, so you're sitting ready.
That is true. Hello! Oh. Get an Elf Warrior out. Same one that was giving me issues last time.
Yeah, but it wasn't on your side.
Now it's on my side. Last time it was against me. It's like, no! Why'd you do this to me?
Oh, wow. It was on your side.
It's nice, because then I can go through and actually block that. Yeah, it's swing.
Yeah, if they want to sacrifice their sprite to it.
No.
They're not going to.
No, they're not going to chump. Oh, the Spy Bug. Because it attacks so that thing grows. Even if I'm blocking, it doesn't matter. They just can't ping me for 1, but they can grow the Spy Bug anyway. Until it becomes so large that I can't reasonably block it with a Recluse anymore. Very good play. I'd imagine that I would be able to play the Righteous Blow in response to the attack as the Surveil is going onto the stack so that I can trigger it off before.
Yeah, because it will happen first.
Yeah.
I'd swing out with the 2/2.
Yeah. They're not likely to go through and block it. I will get in for that.
And if they do, well, you're happy.
Yep. It would be most fortuitous. Really working my benefit there. But...
And I mean, there's been numbers of times I'm like, yeah, there's no way they're going to block that with that. And they do.
They've really got the whole Dimir working for them, though. The whole mechanic.
Yeah, they really do.
Craziness going on with the Surveil and being able to profit off of it.
They got lucky on their pulse. They're also playing flawless too. Like, I didn't mean that as like a sly, like, no, it's just their pulls. But I mean, like, they got lucky on the pulls.
Or do I make this a 4/5 Vigilant and then just start swinging with it? Which I can't because it has Death Touch. Doggone it!
It's still not the worst, because
I mean, then I can
they're likely to have a lot of stuff in the air.
At least then I can take down the Nightveil Sprite.
Yeah, and they're going to kind of not be able to fix their draws.
No attacks. I'm really hoping for 1 more mana. Swamp would be great so I could play out the Mind Broker. Though, in fairness, I really want to be able to get something off of that Mind Broker, so I would probably play the Discordant instead. And if something died, then I would be able to bring it back.
Discordant? Is that a Discord user?
I guess. It's It's Discord for ants. What? Did I take too long? Like, that's gonna be my running question here. Did I take too long? Was I slow playing, or did they just not like what their draws were? Like, it's not like my board state.
I've never conceded because my opponent is slow playing. I've said choice words to my screen, but never never conceded.
I mean, it's not like my board state was that imposing.
No.
That's weird. Sweet!
Well, maybe they felt like that they were just going to do better if they got another match. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to know. I'd really love to know sometime. concede what the thought process was.
Yeah.
But I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain.
So if you can do just slightly better than 50% here, you can win this. And not at this match, I mean the whole event, just like complete it all the way to the end. I've done it once. Sealed.
I'm a key.
I mean, it's also a good testament too for even sealed that. Yeah, mythics are important. You need to pay attention to your mythics. But you got to pay attention to your card pool and not force just on mythics because your mythics set banned or like very least is at.
I think it was the 6 that I pulled for rares and mythics were really going through and trying to tell me to lean into Grixis.
Grixis, that's it.
Because I wanted to be Izzet with a splash of black because I was getting those good Dimir cards as well. But looking at what my playables were, it really seemed like white and green Celestia colors were a lot of the good stuff was, and then throwing in the good Golgari stuff flavor.
Right, I'm not going to be put up as good of a showing in my deck building as you have.
Because there really wasn't much in the way of like decent black cards to throw in there other than like a couple of removal and that one bomb.
Yeah, you got.
Which the Lothleth really did end up paying off that one.
You really had bad choices. And the blue, you had so few blue.
Yeah, I was.
Like, how do you get such bad skew?
I had the Sprite, which was decent for the Surveil, but I didn't really have much that was working with that. And then, otherwise, super notable things, there was the Surveil, the Sinister Sabotage, and then the Capture Sphere.
Yeah.
Which.
And there were one others too.
Yeah.
Which you had fun.
So, I mean, I guess I'm double swinging here.
Yeah.
They're not likely to go through and try and block, I'd imagine. I mean, why would you go through and... Well, they might sack it to the actual death touch. Yeah, I'll just throw out the one. Oh, wait, what? Well, they might go through and trade it for the Gorgon just because it's got the death touch.
That's true.
Which is far more useful, taking out bigger things, or at the very least holding them at bay.
Well, that's if you're attacking, but when you're in control.
I imagine they will start leaning into the life gain off, at the very least. No point in going through and slapping the Luminous spawns on it.
Oh, welcome back.
Hey, you're back, buddy. Having to step away for things. I really wish I could play that Recluse right now, but that's not going to happen. Do I just swing out completely? Or again, hold back the Gorgon? Just because... let's not go too crazy here. Sealed event is going so far pretty decent. I'm 4-1.
Yeah. Pretty darn good for.
Oh, nice! Okay, so I imagine that this one is getting, and then that one's getting tapped out. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, the Stalwart was the Strong out of that. That makes sense.
Something to enter it.
Didn't have anything that it could mentor. It would have been nice to have been slap that on the Discordant, but oh well. Them's the breaks. Ceratok, eh?
It's still going pretty good for you.
Yeah, it's not the worst really. So, hard to complain. Like, do I Luminous Bonds the Ceratok and swing out?
Yeah, I like that. Swing out even just maybe the same way you have been. Swing out with just the shield mate.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and that was the as I was mentioning that, as I was saying what it was, I noticed that it did have the color coordination to go with
I didn't actually
what the
notice
effects
that.
were. Yeah.
Good to know.
They've done a lot of like quality of life improvements to the game over its course to really bring about the whole clarity to what's actually going on.
The visual effects that they're bringing in now are just fantastic.
Yeah, that is another thing as well. They've really stepped that up. Yeah, the parallaxing view on everything, and like just the sheen and extra little tidbits that they've slapped on the card backs and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Actually, interesting enough, they're hiring, I think, 3 lead developers at the moment. So like,
it's going well.
they were like actual like lead developers. It was like they wanted 8 years experience, with at least 5 of them being in games industry. Like that is
word.
That is very senior developer. Like senior is usually like 3 or 4 years of development.
Now they want someone, a good body. Yeah, no, that is something that we have spoken about.
And disable card styles.
Yeah. So that you can that you can get rid of the parallaxing on it. Like still keep the full border and everything, but get rid of the parallaxing, because when it's on the playfield you can only really see it if you hover over it. When it's on the stack, persistent and permanent there, right?
Right, yeah.
So like I had seen some people complain about that it was giving them motion sick. Even though that was something that
better get a play in before you run out of time.
I guess I'm playing out this coordinate.
Yeah, it gives them headaches. Yeah. So they really need to at least lock in the... I'm sure they will.
They need to address that in some manner.
They're not going to completely turn them off, because that's what... The fact that you can show them off to people is what gets people to pay for them.
Well, that was something that...
But getting rid of the parallaxing, that's kind of... They're going to need that.
Well, with respect to that, it was something that Chris Clay specifically addressed, because it was something that he as well like has motion sickness. Right. So he figured that if he was going through and taking into account how sensitive he was to it, it should be fine. But I mean, it doesn't cover the whole range.
No,
so it's still a thing.
And that's why we're still on open.
Yeah,
they can release it and be like, well, all right, don't worry, we're still gonna tweak it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If they just went through, kept the full art, but removed the actual parallaxing off of it, I think that would still be a preferable, while still going through and continuing with it.
I think you do want to go Siege Worm. Can you go for the...
Yeah. I mean, I want to get that out, but I don't want to go... I'm hoping that they're going to throw in with their own Gorgon. And I don't want to play the Siege Worm... Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. No attacks. Gargoyle. 7/7.
Oi!
So many.
Oi. Just get warm in here.
Damn.
What is the wording on Prey Upon again?
They fight.
You can kill it. Can't you not? Doesn't Death Touch...
Well, we could try.
Because Death Touch wording, I'm pretty sure, is damage.
I think you're correct.
I'm pretty sure I am.
Let's try it.
Pretty sure I've had it done to me.
Target creature you control, target creature you don't control.
Might be wrong.
Let's find out.
You listen to my bad advice, though.
Yay!
Yes! My bad advice wasn't actually bad. That doesn't always
it was codes legit. No, that was awesome, dude. Thank you.
I was so convinced, and then as you're doing it, like...
this is gonna turn out, please.
Is this gonna be Ben's and Lock all over again?
Going in with that life gain. Okay. Stray. Card draw. Yep. Dissident. Nice. She grows. Yep. Okay. I mean, if they decide to swing at any point, I can start throwing out the righteous blows. But I mean, I suppose the same thing would hold true for the blocking. Invoke the siege worm out with one of the soldiers.
Yeah. Two more.
I'm gonna pay that with that.
Right, yeah.
One.
Slow.
Just one. I got too crazy here. Just one. Because I imagine opponent will be gaining life at my end step.
Nope. That is correct.
So... Okay. We're holding a singular card. Is it a combat trick, or is it a creature to follow up? Is it something that's very situational? Seems like it's something that's very situational. Throw the worm out.
Got the death touch.
Which I can righteous blow as soon as I assign to block.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that.
Thing, if I go through and I play it out this way, I can righteous blow twice and still be able to convoke the Loxodon afterward. As well, if I get rid of the blocker, Siege Worm just swings through for 5 to the face anyways because of trample.
Because of trample, yeah.
Bringing them down to 8, they'll be able to gain 2 life off Guild Mage. Bringing them back up to 10.
Audio to thank yourself.
Yeah, what the hell. Keep the righteous blow open once again. Gaining life in response.
What you gonna do? Lock it.
Lock it in the pocket.
I would say that's actually a good sign, because they probably don't have something fantastic to play.
Oh, I figured that they were gonna do that on my end step, but they're just trying to get something up for their main. I mean, the 2-card draw is nice. Not gonna lie. That is one of the reasons for actually including.
I'm sorry.
Base.
Okay.
I think I'd go in with the worm and the restore. Depending on how they block, I can still go through and righteous blow something, and then follow up with the rose main afterwards.
You could throw the recluse in there too.
I could, but
because it's not likely to die, and if they throw it, 2/2 in front of it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's just that the Dabraki does grow, but they don't have enough mana for that to happen anyway. There you go, throwing the stray in front. I figured. Yeah. You're gonna straight up take 8 to the face? For real?
Very cool. Happy to see that.
Alright, that's a thing.
They gain back 2, right?
Yeah, they will be gaining 2 off of the Guild Mage. Man, I love the art.
Remember they used that for an event? It took us forever to figure out what card that was.
Yeah, that one took quite a bit of googling there, and I think we actually ended up finding it in one of the bundled books.
Yeah, I think that was actually what we did to find it. Bundle books or something.
At least one reason to go through and keep continuing to pick up the bundles.
To be fair, I might be more tempted to spend that bundle money on the 50 packs of War of the Spark in the...
Yeah, I know. Since it seems like we're getting more run out of it that way.
Well, I play way more digital Magic than I do paper Magic. Last time I played paper Magic, We had a battle. That was a while ago.
Let's just go balls to the wall here.
Well, they need another creature.
What do I think will happen in war? Again, I'm pretty sure I spoiled it already. Bibblethip's Spark is going to activate, and he's going to go through and defeat Nicol Bolas and become the head of the Gatewatch.
I think Nicky B's going to win.
No, I mean, he's calling forth his forces. Gatewatch is trying to assemble their forces, and then everyone else is kind of just being drawn there because, like, you know, moths to the candle or what have you. There's some jazzbo going on there to go through and bring everyone to the plane and then lock them down there because of the immortal sun.
So, I think what's going to happen is the Frost Dragon's going to come across the wall and take down Nicky B. Maybe mixing franchises together.
Might be.
Maybe.
I mean, I honestly think it's just going to be Nicol Bolas ends up getting taken out ultimately, but at the great sacrifice.
Yeah,
a huge sacrifice of everyone.
Or most of the Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's probably going to.
But please, do paint a picture for us, Ruination Seer. I'd love to hear other people's thoughts as to what's going on with this. That's one of the fun things about this, always trying to get different people's opinions and perspectives as to where they could be going with it. Ooh, the takedown. Nice.
Does that control block? No, it doesn't. I think it did. I'm like, am I missing something here?
They were close, though.
Which wouldn't surprise me if I missed the math on it, so like...
They were close, though. Whew. And a Frilled Mystic.
That's a good pull.
Nice!
And 500 gold.
And, like, look at that! I'm 5-1 so far.
If you're gonna win one more, you get your gems back. Plus 3 packs. I mean, even if you lose out now.
Even if I lose out now, I've come way further than I was expecting to. I thought I was going to drop off at 3. This is awesome.
You know, I feel like you have a very good chance of getting 6 and maybe even 7.
Okay, continue on.
That's an interesting take for sure.
Thing is, well, I imagine that there's more to it. I'm just of the opinion that they're so invested into the whole Gatewatch and the full Bolas, but they really need to go through and kind of make a quasi-fresh start, that we are going to have like a soft root.
I feel like that too. It's kind of what they're moving towards. And with a set that's got some weirdness to it. Portal in the sky.
I think this is still a keepable hand, even though again I wish I had some bodies.
Yeah, it's a good hand. Sorry, I was too entranced in the story.
No, likewise. Alright, so this would go as such. The Gatewatch are defeated. Chandra is the only surviving member of the original 5. Ravnica has fallen. She's brought to her knees in front of Nicol Bolas, where he will kill her personally. Before killing her, he leans in close to taunt her one last time, but then she noticed directly above him a small portal appears in the sky. A giant man wielding a two-handed axe falls from the sky above Bolas and beheads him in one fell swoop. It's Garrick, baby! That would be an awesome return for a fan favorite. Will WotC deliver, though?
Yes.
Because I mean, there's a lot of the speculation and implications from the trailer that, like, you know, we're gonna end up losing Lilly.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of seems like maybe, but
I mean, that's how they at the very least kind of want to set it up. But then we also have had certain leaks that would end up leading you to believe that she does in fact survive. So it very well could be what we're actually seeing. Oof, Knight of Autumn. Do I just want a Luminous
I was gonna say you might want a Luminous Bronze that.
right off the bat?
I feel like Liliana
That
being
is
so
true.
taunted so much her death that they might not do that.
That is true. We do still have one Mythic Wanderer left to be revealed. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like the imagery that they're conveying there in that trailer makes it seem like she's gonna end up meeting her demise at Bolas's hands in a head-on conflict, but the other interpretation for that is that is Bolas cashing in his contract in a way of, at the very least, telling her or making her fall in line once again. But she's so powerful and strong-willed, all it ends up doing is, you know, burning the marks of her contract off of her. And she comes away from it scarred, but still, and weakened, but still Lilly with her chain veil.
Yeah.
Possibilities, possibilities. I really need some bodies here. Woo! I mean, I can Righteous Blow. That's about it.
Yeah, that stray. Just can't let that live.
No, but I need something.
Yeah, exactly. Something.
A little bit slow starting here. Well, because we've already seen the Nicol Bolas Planeswalker card. Can't even do anything to Jenna Stray at this point with the Righteous Blow. Doggone it.
I do need to write something for green cards screen for stream. It'd be so easy to do. So handy.
Oh, this is painful. Okay, so what am I ditching? The Loxodon? The Severed Strands, just because I don't want to go through and sacrifice a creature at this point?
You have a fair number of them. I think that's one of them.
It's nice because
So,
it targets anything, but...
I would
like,
say Righteous Blow could all. Thank you still.
or Bolas to win so we get more Eternal Heart. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I still really like...
Well, we're returning down with Cat after this, right?
Well, I mean, if he wins, why not?
I have a feeling we're not going to Amonkhet for a really long time. Like, I have a feeling we're not going to Kaladesh for a really long time. And if we do, there's not going to be any, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, it really seems like they're going through and completely wreaking havoc upon Ravnica as well in this set, so, like, if we come back to Ravnica, is it going to be anytime soon, and how could you really be able to make sense of all the rebuilding efforts and stuff like that? Hey! Oh, that doesn't do me any good. Maybe it's a land. Please be a land. Come on, give me a land. Come on, kitty. Hey! Kitty delivers! Yes! Thank you, generous stray. You really are generous!
Is that one of those new delivery apps?
Yeah, I thought that was the new one. It's like the cars actually have like cat ears on them and whiskers across the front instead of the mustaches.
I thought it was the one where they just actually slapped your delivery to a cat.
Oh, okay.
With a tracker, and you know your delivery shows up between 1 hour and never.
No, that one's stray slop. Yeah.
It's so hard. They all blur together.
So many of these services these days. It's really hard to keep up with it.
What I saw was a concept drawing for Amazon. It was both like cool and creepy. I saw that was like a hovering like airship with the drones coming in and out of like a big balloon warehouse.
So are we talking like blimp style airship?
Yeah, a blimp style like big airship with like was essentially meant to be a warehouse, and the drones were coming back and forth. Nice. I'm like, that's both cool and creepy.
So I mean, could throw out the Restorer, but that's not going to be. I mean, I'd want to be able to get off the Conclave Tribunal against the Crawl Foragers, but do I really want to hold that for something else? Norse was one that we heard mentioned recently that there seemed to be a lot of goodwill towards.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that come up in
some play before you run out of time.
Yeah. True that. True that. True that. True that. Celtic would be cool as well.
Yeah, it would be.
But then, I mean, it's that balance of them going through and revisiting old favorites and then also coming up with new original flavor. They really need to find it'd be cool if there was more of an interspersed release on those ones. So it's like you got offset memories with new stuff. So it wasn't always like return to returns.
Well, you can't.
Or just beating you over the head with like new. No blocks.
Which I feel like they've gone to both extremes recently.
Exactly.
So,
it'd be nice if they could find kind of like the middle ground.
So the rumor is we're going back to Kamigawa.
Yeah.
So.
And then I know a lot of people are really kind of pushing for like a return to lore one as well. Because even though that one didn't kind of perform as well as they'd hoped, there's still something that there's a lot of fan favorites, and I mean that's what Planeswalkers were introduced.
Yeah, that was the beginning of Planeswalkers.
So in that respect, that makes a lot of sense.
So there is a Bolas card for Spark already.
I thought there was.
It's a really bad quality one though on Magic Spoilers. Was it
Lock
spoiled unofficially?
Lorwyn versus Phyrexia. Yeah. They could come out with those as dual decks. Wait, they don't make those anymore.
You can come out with them as challenger decks? Wait, that doesn't work that way, does it?
No, I don't think it does.
They'll bring out a new product, dual challenger decks.
Word. Am I gonna get Rachel's Bloat here? Or are they just gonna end up growing the beetle? Yeah, there we go. Tax favor. Yeah, that was dumb on my part. I should have gone through and just sacked it with the Severed Strands. But I didn't want to waste the Severed Strands at this point. The fact that they're swinging into my Restore just means that they have something to go through and take it down with. Damn it!
What?
Yeah, Nikki B, Chandra, and Gideon were leaked. There was a lot of leaks, to be fair.
Is this Nicol Bolas real? Have you read what these, like...
No?
So it's passive. Has all loyalty abilities of all other Planeswalkers on the battlefield.
Oh yeah. I did see that part.
Its +1 is you draw a card. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent they control. -3, destroy target creature or Planeswalker. -8, each opponent who doesn't control a legendary creature or Planeswalker loses the game. That's pretty crazy a card. It's not even that expensive. 1 blue, 1 red, 3 black.
I'm screwed here?
Maybe. But maybe, I think you...
Well, I need to be able to survive one more turn to be able to get out the Generous Stray, and then Severed Strand with Light of Legion. Of course, that's... still gonna end up blowing me up because I'm pretty sure they're holding on to either another. They've got some other combat trickery. They're gonna bust out now.
Yeah, it's true. Bolas does have nutty effects, but
Bolas has always been, you know, one of those main story push characters that they always end up making disproportionately slow. Just like the problem that we ended up having with Chad, set after set. Yeah. Chad Alav Zendikar, Chad of the Trials. Or Chad. I mean, I suppose the other option would be Candlelight Vigil on the Find Broker and then Prey Upon to get rid of the Legion of Light.
Does that give you a life? Yeah, I guess. Does it?
This gains me the life, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for that. I need the life gain right now. Chad, ally of Twitch streamers. Okay, yeah, fair dues. Fair dues. I guess next. Attacks.
Could do a Prey Upon him.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Target creature you control, target creature you don't control. Holding on for dear life here. Right. Because he made White Knights viable. Oh, damn! Shazbot. I don't have any choice but to go through and chump.
No, you really don't.
And I don't think I can draw anything to actually bounce off of that. Will a single Tristani be able to do it? That is 3 bodies out.
There's 3 bodies out, yeah.
I'll gain 4 life.
Can you stabilize from this? I mean, maybe. Yeah, is it worth the 2/4 for a 2?
If I go, I tap out Tristani, yes. Comes a 3/5. Oh
Yeah.
wait, am I short on this?
No. 3. We got 3 open right now.
The thing? Does it do the thing?
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, you're gonna make them work for the victory.
Trying to, at the very least. Wow. Oh, damn. Do I play the Parhelion and slap the Candlelight Vigil to make it a 5/5 Blind Mentor Vigilance? That's going to basically provide the adequate threat against that, but then that's going to end up growing everything. Or do I slap that on the soldier in order to just try and gain the life right now?
No, because if you attack, they don't block, and then they kill you.
They don't block, but then I follow up with the Parhelion to still block in the air.
Right, yeah, I'm missing all the pieces.
No. It was a legitimate concern. If I go up 5 life and they go down a Legion.
Oh, that's how they're gonna do this. Then that's a really good move.
I'm trying to stabilize, but I can't keep up. Ah, damn it.
Just one of those games. Opponent has all the right answers.
I guess the only answer is to double block. Flyer.
Well, you can still take one more loss and make it
Yeah.
all the way to 7.
That's true. Even if I lose out here, it's not the end of the road.
Ah.
This one has been mad hard fought, though. Dang it!
It would just cost you the game.
Yeah, that very well may have. That very well may have. Because now they get to go through and let... What?
Is that instant?
No, that's a sorcery battle. My stuff gains death touch, and then I can swing at one of them specifically. Someone rage quit off of a Discordant at enough that you went to? I mean, I guess. Oh, I guess I want to get rid of the champion then instead of the stray.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I control. They control. Do the thing. Get rid of the token factory. They're gonna fire off twice. Yeah. All the life gain. Yeah, it's feels bad when you go through and have your good creatures played against you.
Yeah,
to a loss.
Any of your cards being played against you actually is not very fun.
Yeah, but I mean, Eldest Reborn is really notorious for going through and, you know, taking back your best creature, your push Planeswalker, and just be like, nope.
Yep. GG. I'm gonna quickly use the washroom.
Faux show. Well, I managed to get the good game in at least. Alright. Still 5-2. Still pretty decent. Let's move on to the next one. Fingers crossed. The thing is, I tend to get a bit more agitated off of my losses in Arena than I do off of my losses in paper. I don't know, it doesn't seem as bad when I end up just whiffing because I'm not playing well on paper. Oh, they misplayed like that. Okay, so off of... Okay, yeah, I gotcha. I've seen that happen to people as well, where they go through and they forget about the static ability on it. Yeah, that's a keeper. They forget about the static ability that owners get their creatures back. Shit. So they reanimated it off of their opponent's graveyard, and then lost it at the end of the turn back to opponent. Wait, does that mean that the opponent ended up getting the tokens as well? Or was it just the creature? Or was it just the Discordant? I'm actually curious about it. I hadn't considered that. Stalwarts. Aha! First strike versus death touch. Boosh. Dead one. Yeah, fair dues. Fair dues. And some bone barriers. Okay, so that was the situation that happened at the FNM. Dude was going through and playing against whatchamacallit, playing against the Trasani Discordant. Oh, wrong charger, yeah, I guess I'm through.
I'm assuming you lost that other one?
Yeah. Yep. They even went through and, like, I think Luminous bonded my one creature that I had on the board so they could swing up for, like, Super duper lethal?
Oh, super lethal. That's the worst kind of lethal.
Okay. So yeah. Opponent had gone through, or player had gone through and played the Eldest Firstborn and then... Yeah, whatever.
Block.
I'll block the snitch. They'd gone through, played the Eldest Reborn against someone with a Tristani discordant in the graveyard. They animated that out of the graveyard, and then the end step trigger off the Tristani meant that their opponent got it back. So they dug out the one creature and then just gave it back to their opponent.
Yep.
Whoops!
I haven't done that, but I've done things that are brilliant like that.
Yeah. Whoops.
Whoops, indeed.
I should probably throw it for healing, but... Yeah, let's keep on swinging. But the tokens remain the property of the player that actually... Like, the player who controlled them when they spawn.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, that was the one thing that I was curious about. Like, okay, so the owner gets Tristani back, but then the token.
Yeah, I would. Kind of what I figured it would be like. Just because when it enters the battlefield. Yep.
Oh, trust. We are well familiar with misplays. I make those on a regular basis.
I don't even know how to make proper plays.
So this is seeming to be like a showdown of board stalls right now. Oh, until that drop.
Yeah, Doom Whisperer.
Yep, that goes through and changes a lot. Changes a lot. Doomy doom 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 to doom 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 is gonna start swinging to head 6, and I'm like 3 turns away from succumbing to that. Escape shift in modern and didn't realize. Oh, when you accidentally kill yourself. Yeah, it happens. Happens.
Funny. Need more corn sugar.
Sure, I guess I'm throwing out the Loxo.
Holy real sugar. Suspiciously enough, there isn't ingredients on this bottle.
Wait a minute. Yeah, good point. Maybe it's actually on the,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's the only way they can probably get away with it.
it's on the box.
I don't think they're not allowed to tell you what's in food.
No. Well, I mean, you have the other bottles. Did it have anything listed on those ones?
Remember? I know.
I'm curious now, damn it. Why did we mention it? Ah. They do have ingredients listed on them. I wonder if these ones are going to be any different then.
Yeah, they do.
Huh. I wonder if the ingredients are going to be the same or different then. Not something I really thought to check. That Equinox is not going to do me any favors either. I mean, I guess I could go through and take down the Watcher. Like, I can go through and play the Equinox and completely tap myself out. So I can take down the Watcher and then absolutely nothing else. Which everything else still amounts to about as much damage as the Watcher, so you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
We're throwing it out there.
It probably isn't every other. Some of them.
Yeah. It's gonna be like that with anything, unfortunately. You get enough people in there, and you're always gonna have a few bad eggs that end up going through and kind of spoiling it for everyone else. Or if not everyone else, then at least a few others.
Bad eggs ruin it for the good eggs. Those mediocre eggs are just okay.
The mediocre ones are the ones that no one really bothers to go through and mention.
Yep.
Except for us.
It is looking at you, mediocre eggs.
Doomy doom 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 to doom doom doom. Alright. I'm down to 5. Oh great. I mean, I can trust Donnie now. Please don't cancel. Please don't cancel. Please don't Sinister Sabotage. Please don't Sinister Sabotage. Blah, blah, blah. No, it's a devious cover-up. Doggone it.
Well, they listened.
Yeah, they abided. Much like the dude, they abided.
No, that doesn't really make it better, but you know. Them's the breaks.
I mean, have I actually dealt any damage to opponent this game? I don't think I have. It's just all been life lost through Surveil. Yeah, dog.
Right.
It really do be like that, though. So I have to throw all of my flyers at it to have a hope in hell of not only surviving, but actually eliminating and stabilizing somewhat. People that get overly defensive of their builds. Yeah, okay.
I don't need to do defensive. My builds are fantastic, always, without question.
I know my build is garbage in a lot of cases, but it's still fun to see how they perform out in the wild. And then as well, like, I appreciate the deck building advice. I might not necessarily take you up on it, but I appreciate the input.
I'm always happy when the decks I build get wins. Even if it takes 4 losses to get 1.
Sometimes you need to iterate the hell out of it in order to actually get anywhere.
Yeah, no, that's true. Well, as we said, you gotta play test.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that happened.
They're gonna kill me with the snitch. They don't even need to swing in.
Does the snitch do again?
It pings me the first time they go through and surveil. Or is it anytime?
I want a slow clap, but I don't even have sarcastic slow tap in me. It's not even my game.
Man, that was good. That was good.
It was a good run, though.
Yeah,
Fair.
that was a good run, and
I really wanted to see you hit
was
6.
doing this. Yeah, I know.
I didn't think you were gonna hit 7. I was like hopeful, but I thought for sure you were gonna get 6.
Still came a lot further than I actually ended up expecting to go, though.
Oh yeah, I mean from the get go, you're like maybe 3. I think we were both thinking that's where we'd hope to be.
An opponent really was doing their thing with the Demir, so it's hard to hate on that as well.
How much did you get? You got what? 1,600?
Yeah, I ended up getting the 1,600 gems.
You paid 400 gems for three packs plus 6 15 packs. So bad. Plus you got the 48 gems back.
Yeah, I'm still happy with this outcome. All right, so what is the nickname then for the guild's printing of Disdainful Stroke? My gems! Some packs! Let's see what we got the packs! I already went through and... yeah. Got the...
yeah,
elegance one.
Come on! Uncommon wild cards.
Yes!
There we go.
Cool! It triggered off and then I got the one in the pack. Sweet!
Nice.
I need all those.
I know you do.
I need all the uncommon wild cards.
Done, I hope. It's nice. You gotta place it with us.
Because I'd gone through, as we'd been talking about, I slapped together something of a super jank, but still fun to play lifelink, life gain deck.
Right, yeah.
Which, when it goes off, is kind of hilarious. Blood Operative, so more life linking jank craziness.
Life link.
Life link or live link?
Both.
Life gains, bro.
Life link your way to live link.
Reprimand, because reprimand is defined as a formal statement of disapproval, but also because the scroll looks like it's cutting into like okay. Remand. There you go. Reprimand. Ah, that's solid.
Any rare you want.
The best kind of rare. And the wee dragon.
So why are they bringing wild rare cards? Real magic.
I mean,
No.
I guess technically you can play those. They're called proxies.
I thought they're called credit cards.
And
I guess you don't trade the card for anything you want. You just use the card to get anything you want. Assuming you have fun on it.
assuming. Boosh! And a Tsundere Shaman. Anyway. And a Hollowed Fountain. I'm not gonna say no to more dual lands. It's flipping awesome.
For ones.
Yes!
Some of the most versatile cards you can get. Wow, that was way harder to get out than it ever should have been.
Sometimes, again, it really do be like that, though. Alright, and I believe with that, then, I've had my go at it, and I was pretty happy with the outcome. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can even come
Ganzo.
close to doing good.
Step up the plate, buddy. See how it works out.
And while I do a switcheroony, you can open some packs.
Oh, yeah! Gonna jump over here. Yes! And do some Packaroonie opens. Take that, take that. Pop a doodle over. And what do we got? Oh, yes.
Sorry, hitting the table.
All good. Try that. Okay, so I'm not looking. Tell me when to stop. Stop. It's a Rivals of Ixalan pack. Hot dog.
That's hilarious. I was going to say it would be hilarious if it was a Guilds.
I figured it was going to be just because of the odds on that, but all right, let's see what we got. While Gonzo clickety clacks away to go through and log into the game, so that we can go through and see his playthrough of the Sealed Limited.
I have to remember my password.
Yeah, well, that's always the trickiest part.
I got
All
it.
right. So, what do we got here? Starting off with the Goblin Trailblazer. Next, we have a Legion Conquistador. Sea Legs.
Come on, Kumena.
We'll see. It'd be on flavor with the Jadecraft Artisan.
It would be.
Followed by the Fathom Fleet Border. Or Razka Frillback. Colossal Dreadmaw, limited all-star here. Kitesail Corsair. Jade Bearer for all the merfolk players, lovers, needs.
It's good merfolk.
Yep. Traveler's Amulet. That works. And again, keep it with the merfolk flavor.
There's no way Kumena can be the rare in this.
No, it's just, that would be too convenient. Anyhow. Forerunner of the Coalition. Okay, so they're with the Pirate Tribal? Yeah. Yes.
Pirate merfolk.
Right there. Then we have a Swift Warden. Again, with the merfolk.
Yeah, crazy. Love me my merfolks.
What's it gonna be? Dead Man's Chest. Absolutely nothing to do with merfolk. It was leaning towards the pirates the whole time. That was the one that told you. So yeah. And then token card to let you know which, and a vampire token after that. But yeah.
Our tokens are so recognizable.
We see a lot of those in
Arena.
Standard right now. So yeah.
Wait, shall we
I believe we should.
Shazam.
Boosh! Who's back?
Move our high-tech camera rig, also known as a computer screen.
It swivels.
Only recently, too.
Sweet!
Why is Dead Man's Chest an enchantment and not an artifact?
Good call. Aura. Enchant creature an opponent controls. When an enchanted creature dies, exile cards equal to its power from the top of its own library. That's not. As exiled and go to castles.
I've got some interesting. Watery Graves is also an interesting one to pull here.
I mean, the Amara and the Knight of Autumn. Strong.
That's why I feel like am I going something similar to what you did? What did we figure it was called again?
Yes. Oh, why can't I remember things?
It was more than 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, true that. We're going out.
Black here. Strands. I love the name Never Happened. It's such an awesome. I'm not getting a lot in my blacks here.
Asban. Abzan.
Right, yeah.
Asban, Abzan.
A lot of good greens. No notion.
I'm a fan.
Good Fine Broker, that's good.
Fine Broker is not.
I have a bunch of Boros.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. You could end up going Naya, right? You could go white, green, red. That way you would be able to profit off of both of those. Things. There was some cool Demir, but
I mean, I think I'm pretty much gonna go.
start slapping things together and see how it works.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with Selesnya colors, but I'm probably splashing something else in as well, to be honest.
Scaring the shit out of aggro with Siege Rhino. Yes.
What is this one again? Yeah, come on.
I mean, off of the flower alone.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's. I'm just gonna start building it out of. Let's see what our reds are. Really not a lot in red either.
Well, I mean, it's not the worst. Direct Current, Cosmotronic Wave, and Gravitic Punch. I like them.
True.
Ordinary Goblin is nice just because it takes down weenies, either on the blocking or the attacking.
This
Not at all.
got him a sneeze. Terrible.
Don't die, dude. Response isn't bad either.
Yeah, all right, let's just start throwing. Let's start building it this way and see how it goes. I mean, that's a bomb too.
Yeah, the Swath Cutter's 5/5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. True Fire, I like, but the double.
Yeah.
The CCDD casting cost makes me hesitant.
Ooh,
it
Justice
like,
Strike will be good too.
Yes, because it does look like
Challenger.
It looks like red is just going to be a splash in this.
Might as well throw the Boros Guild Gates.
You do have another one.
Did I throw in? Alright, I'll throw in the True for now. I can make the cuts afterwards.
True.
Build it up and then break it down.
I like the Indrik just because it goes through and has the fight attack to it right off the bat.
Oh, the Indrik. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the 4/4 that gains
For
life.
5, yeah, I guess so.
Not the worst.
I'm gonna throw it in. Seratalk isn't bad since limited. Don't think I need pause for options. Back favor?
Combat tricks are kind of nice.
Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do.
Opponent did use it in their favor.
I'm gonna go for the recluse
nicely.
for sure.
Yes. Come back to it.
I'm gonna throw that in.
Definitely the dissident.
Grapevine.
Would be good, or it could just be flop. Hard to say.
Yeah, okay, so Gravitic Punch. Wave, Direct Current.
I'd still throw in the ornery goblin.
Goblin. Get them goblins!
Store.
For sure. Or yes. Yes.
I like the unicorn. Vigil.
Vigil, yep.
Righteous blow.
Yep. Go for the witness. I'm not gonna bother throwing that in. It's gonna. It's okay, but if this is what I'm going with, there's already a cut happening here. Or cut. There's
numerous cuts.
I like it though.
It seems like it's the better option of what was cool. Making that Naya work.
Hate when the answer is I don't want to cut anything. Justice
Well,
Strike is good.
What is your ratio of creatures?
18 creatures, 5 instants, 8 sorceries, 2 enchantments.
Like at most, I think you'd want to cut 3 creatures. The rest spells.
Yeah. You're gonna cut the ornery goblin.
It's nice because again, it deals with 1 toughness, right? Something blocks it with 1, or
Yeah.
it blocks something with toughness. It immediately kills it. But
But it doesn't do it good with anything above 1. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad card.
No.
It's down to.
no, I got you. In which case, is the Inspiring Unicorn the best pick? The 2/2 for 4 just has a nice benefit. That it gives
Yeah,
everything
no.
else +1/+1.
Let's exit.
It makes everything bigger, but it's more likely to go through and die itself anyway.
Go for each sheet. Man, I always hate this part. I'm gonna take one of the pack favors out. I don't need 2.
No, you don't. Get rid of one of the cosmetronic waves.
Yeah. Or should I just cut the Ceratok? I probably want to be cutting spells, really.
Well, with what we said in the breakdown earlier, it seemed like you wanted to get rid of 3 creatures. You cut 2 creatures so far, did you?
I think so.
Like
Yeah.
16 creatures is alright. You could go down, but I don't think you'd want to go down more than that.
Alright, let's cut the Ceratok. That brings us down to 3.
So 3 more cuts.
Oh man, now this is getting tough.
Three card.
At least 2 cards.
Yeah, sure.
Tempted to maybe cut this. It is removal though.
That was one of the things I was thinking about. I'm loath to go through and get rid of that. A lot of the stuff that you have is like good removal, so I'm hesitant for going through it. Honestly, the 2 that I'm looking at, still kind of on the fence about, are Cosmotronic Wave Punch. They both give you ways to go through and kind of like they're finishers in a way. Gravitic Punch is nice just because it's kind of like 2 spells rather than 1. But like the Cosmotronic Wave could board wipe if they just have a bunch of weenies, or it could go through and give you that swing out to go through and kill them.
I
like
think
a
I'm gonna
death
cut
blow.
another pack favor.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I feel like I should just cut one of these maybe and go with that. So I really don't want to cut anything else. Well, Iron Flourish really.
The flourish side is expensive, but giving your creatures +2/+2.
Yeah, but it's. I guess it comes down to I want that or do I want to keep Gravitic Punch and Cosmotronic Wave? Or cut one of those to keep this. Oh, I'm gonna cut this. We'll go with 41.
Cool.
I'm so convinced.
It's got this, buddy. Naya for the win. Go Naya, go, go.
Well, I mean for you for sure. Was Naya for the win.
Naya, be good. What are you talking about? I was at that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, but still, doesn't matter. It's more than 30 seconds ago. Wait, who are you?
Oh yeah, that was one of the things that I ended up stumbling across on the interwebs browsing. Was that video performance of Lennon and Yoko performing with Chuck Berry, doing the Johnny Be Good. When Yoko comes in, the look on his nose. I'm gonna need to go through and flick that one back up. I think I'm getting my peoples confused.
I have no creatures in this. You have Justice Strike, but I probably don't want to use that early on. Oh man. Do I have mulligan?
I would keep. You've got your mana.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of.
You've got removal. You're gonna draw into something.
Am I?
You will. An expensive Indrik, but you're drawing into something.
See, I never draw anything. That's why I was trying to get stuff in my open hand. Unfortunately, my luck also extends to getting opening hands, so.
Have you seen that performance?
I have not. That's.
If there's a good one. There's a good, particularly good scene where they're going through and doing Johnny Be Good, and then she starts singing, and it's just. Does it really work with the song? You can see his initial reaction, and then how he kind of just like pushes it down, and then afterwards how the sound engineer just goes through and turns off her mic.
Good times. I was actually hoping to be able to Righteous Blow.
What do you mean? You can still, yeah, you can Justice Strike it. It's just it'd be nice to be able to save up.
I know. I'm like, I thought for sure I was gonna be able to just pop that out, but
nope. Beetle.
Gross.
You got Beetlejuiced.
I don't like it, but I just because of what I have in my my hand. I need to. Cool.
Well, you're getting closer to being able to be casting that Indrik.
That is true.
That said, I don't think you had any there. So you'd need to still draw into another land.
Yep.
After this one.
Pretty much. Could happen.
Not completely out of the realm of possibility.
Just mostly. Blow that one. That's not yet.
At least it didn't stick, right?
Yeah, yeah, in a stick. I would have chose differently. I think.
Of course, if they do that again with the Iron Shell and it's lethal, then...
Well, yeah.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. I just want to put me out of my misery.
Oh, come on.
The way things are going in this game, I don't think that's going to be the scenario.
We're going all the way to 7 here. What are you talking about? The whelp pings for 1 when it swings, right? That's the dealio with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who earns? I mean, next turn.
Next turn you can fight the whelp. In that case, do you throw the guardian and swing out for 5?
I think so. Probably just gonna block with the beetle for now, but
yeah, I would imagine. Unless they have something in hand.
Saying about another turn. Saying with what mana this turn? Oh, actually, that's a righteous blow waiting to happen. The haste.
Good target for that. Yeah, it is. You could righteous blow it, or you could just like straight up block it and.
You don't want to deals 1 though.
5/5, it still was.
Again, no mana for combat tricks, so yeah.
No, they can't take it back off. No.
Though they're right though.
They got the wall.
It's worth it. I should have done that in my second main. I realized that as I was
Yes. In fairness, they couldn't have responded.
yeah.
You were heard with
It didn't matter. It's more like it's just good practice.
Yeah. No, I got you there. Wing out and then follow up with swap cutter.
Yeah, that's the. They might have a battle trick, but. See. Oh. Now I'm presenting lethal on the board. I mean, it's not going to stick, but
Well, not,
next turn.
short of them going through and removing one of your creatures, you have lethal. Cosmotronic Wave. They
Oh,
can't
yeah.
block and then you swing out.
Thank you. Didn't see that one.
You got this. You got this. Wait a minute. I didn't realize Jace was a Dark Elf.
Jace is everything for a day.
Okay.
Pirate, stripper pirate.
I mean, I imagine that he would be able to acquire all of those skills through telepathy. Being able to read people's minds.
I mean, all that mind wiping he's done on himself is...
Left open a lot of space for it to be filled up with other things.
Exactly.
Like pirates and or stripper knowledge.
Exactly. Ooh.
Because how much mana do you have? Can't do both.
I can't do both. I'm tempted to wave now, get in for 10, and then I can punch on the next turn if they present a blocker.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd wait.
And they have bought themselves one more round, so.
Yep.
Run, Pinchy. I was reading some I can't even remember what I was reading, but there was someone talking about pinching. It's like, well, maybe you'll see an appearance in the next unset. It's like, yes, please
Yes.
do.
Yes.
I really can't think of what they would have that could win them this. That's the thing. I could see how they think that would be it. Shazam!
Whoosh.
Naya for the win.
Nice.
Ooh, metal card reward.
Ooh, and a rare. Give me that over.
Do the shimmy shimmy. Well, so far so good.
Heck yeah. Getting off on the good foot. Can't be mad about that. Where are we at? Okay. Battle with the Blue Mages.
We may not both be playing blue or even have any blue.
What are you talking about? The avatar is always indicative of what deck you're playing.
If I had one white, you're so happy with this hand.
Sure.
Oh, I'm gonna mull it.
It's
Slightly better. Yes.
keep me in mind.
Yeah. I can afford it now. So.
I mean, the thing is, you can Amara and the Guild Mage. Or should you throw out the Guild Mage? You're not likely to want to actually have to
Yeah.
get the token out. Or that's something you could actually wouldn't mind trading with specifically if you're trying to do this. Flying until end of turn. Never mind, but we're gonna pay for it.
No. I'm just gonna take the 2 this time. I was really hoping to draw some land there. Cool. I'm not gonna do a trade, so I'm just gonna get the jabs.
May as well while you can. Can I get a witness? Playing with the Guild Mage?
Do I really want to trade?
Well, if you do and they don't follow up with a creature, then you can actually swing more open.
It's true. Go for the trade.
I mean,
Witness. You can get a witness, but they're gonna be haunted. Oh, come on.
haunted or hunted?
No, they're gonna be haunted.
Okay, fair enough.
Because they're hunted.
Is this like a trial of bravery thing?
Yes. Cool. I could really use one red would be nice. Couple more would be better, but Challenger would be a good one to get out, or even, you know, Legionnaire, or even some of course.
You know what? Sure. What is the Blade Instructor's dealio? Okay, it's
Mentor
just
3-1
Mentor.
there, sure, yeah.
So, I mean, you could throw the witness in front of it. And be like, long hair, don't care. Gonna get a 1/1 life and token off of it anyway. And then the Hitch Claw in front of the Centaur, assuming they swim. That is a far bigger issue.
Yay, 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 yay. Mamma mia.
I mean, that would provide a decent threat against the Blade Instructor. And if you use the Amara to convoke...
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Plus I get 4 life back.
The only problem is that the Instructor is going to throw the Peacemaker.
I know. I know.
That's a bit worrisome, but you're well, things are still looking good on the life total. I think. God, look at that board state.
Do I just force the trade now? I feel like I might have bad Oxidon for the blade.
Or you could prey upon to get rid of the Peacemaker. Still, I mean, that still grows other things.
Yeah, I feel like that's a bigger threat.
It just sucks going through and getting rid of like the one decent toughness thing that you have.
Yep, it is, but
Or do you just throw out the Legionnaire and see how it works out?
Meeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Go with the Instructor.
Ah! Don't freeze at me now. Throw out the Legionnaire.
Legionnaire?
Might as well swing with that. I mean, at least I'm building up a good health barrier, so.
And you have decent chumpers against a lot of them. Like, you could throw the this again in front of the Peacemaker and no big. Oh, that Tribunal. Getting rid of your flyer, isn't it?
Yeah. What are they gonna take?
Ah, Gwildy. Dang it. Really hoping you'd be able to get that Indrik out.
Yeah, no, me too. Challenger and pass it is.
I mean, the Righteous Blow would be... Ah, doggone. Growing. It's gonna make the Peacemaker gigantic, isn't it?
Yep.
It's a 5/5. Throw the Witness in front of it?
Yeah.
It replaces it, so that's something.
Can I lose a witness?
You got one, now you lost it. I mean, if you play the Dissident, you can still follow up with both the Righteous Blow and a response, in case they swing on their go. But I imagine that they're going to try and start throwing around the worm.
Yeah. Which is going to get the response. If they attack with it. See, they may not though, because I can... So this is just do a trade.
Or you could just take out the Peacemaker, have it survive, and then you could response the worm if they decide to swing on the back. Which they likely wouldn't, because
I can't afford response though.
Oh right, you're tapped out. Oh, that's fine. Even if you went through and chunked one of the life-linking tokens into the worm. Or you could trade the Indrik for the worm. Still be coming out of that either way.
I think I might win this one. still too early to know for 100% sure, but. And a holding pattern.
Yeah.
Board stall. No, I've got such a massive board state.
The thing is, okay, like, what are your abilities on your challenger? Boros challenger.
Attacking or blocking creature. I can pump it.
But it takes 4.
Yeah.
We could only grow it once at this point. Twice now.
I think I might swing out with everything because I can response.
You can response in Righteous Blow and actually go through and do a decent.
Yeah, I can just protect whatever they're blocking. I think that's the move here. Plus, I can actually mentor. Probably one of my lifelinkers is going to be the better bet.
Or do you want to grow the boost to make it a
yeah.
blocker?
Get that flying protection. Ooh, right. Forgotten about that.
It does that thing that protects on the backswing. Your challenger first strike or not?
Nope.
No, it's
just mentor.
You could fire off both of them. Both. You could response the firm. They weren't happening.
Honestly, it's probably going too slow. I think that's what it is. When people like long games. Unless you play to
This is limited.
Or you're the sick guy like me who's like, I need to see if they actually have a win condition.
I have done that in the past.
I've never hit one where they don't, but I'm always like, do they really? Actually, I remember when I was trying to grind to Platinum, I kept losing to Teferi decks, and I was getting so annoyed. But when I finally killed a Teferi deck, it felt so good.
Like, oh,
so good.
This is the build-up that I've been waiting for. Payoff.
Exactly, so it's like, fine. Those losses made that victory so much more sweet.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Like in Bonds early on. Recluse fairly early on.
Yeah, you got it.
Maybe Knight of Autumn. Turn 3.
Hells yeah.
I mean, this is limited. My problem is I'm an aggro player, so it's like, no turn 1, no turn 2? What am I supposed to do? I need to have like done like 5 damage by turn 2.
Well, it's funny the way that I've actually gone about and changed my playstyles to adapt to the basically what they incentivize you to go through and do. I mean, you remember from when we started off and everything in paper, I was either a combo or a control player. But then as soon as we moved into Arena, we just ended up swinging over to aggro because that's what gets you more wins.
Yeah, it's about games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's worth conceding a game just because it takes too long. You can play 2 games in the same time, and if you win those 2, you're farther ahead than...
Yeah. Even if you win one and you lose one, you're still
just as good as staying in that game.
I mean, technically you're further ahead because you're farther on your dailies or your grind for whatever it is. Be it your weekly wins for the packs, or dailies for the gold, or incremental card rewards.
What does Knight of Autumn do?
It has 3 counters. You can either gain life, make it bigger, or destroy an artifact or enchantment. So it could come out as a 4/3 right off the bat, or you could just go up to 20.
Should play that now, or...
May as well get a threat right on the board right off the bat.
I'm gonna go for counters.
Yeah. No point in going with it.
Yeah. No point in swinging, because that's just a waste of everybody's time.
So many locks of points.
Yep.
Need more laser pointers.
Way more. Need to buy them by the case. And, you know, link them all together.
Or I should just start using that NVIDIA branded one I have. RTX on, sucker. I'm still
Ooh, luminous bonds.
Ah. Yeah, the thing is, you know what you can do with that.
Prey upon?
Yeah, you can still use the knight for the prey upon. Nice.
Can we go for the flyer?
Well, yeah, if you throw out the flyer and then you swing with that and some quick run, or at least initially.
Yeah.
I might as well. Go ahead.
Prey upon. Oh, that's sorcery.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I don't need to leave my land open for it.
Cancel.
Dominating sickness. Always gotta remember that. You know,
May as well.
I may as well. Void presence!
Still bummed out about board.
Yeah, me too.
On the plus side, though, we found several other things to go through in our time. In the wake of going through and abstaining from that.
Fortunately for me, I have more games than I have time.
Well, I just ended up picking up a copy of Untitled Cardigan, so we can start chipping away through that one. Because that's another co-op looter, except this one's a beat 'em up as opposed to a shooter. It has the aspect of being able to go through and pick out your cat food. There's also the new Wolfenstein that I'm looking forward to in the summer that's actually supposed to be like a two-player co-op. Speaking of which, for Ender, there's like a...
Sorry, I'm
No,
not really paying attention to what you're saying here.
They've got a lot of stuff going on the board, dude.
I know, I'm thinking about direct currenting one of these, I think.
Direct current one, and then, you could prey upon the other one.
That's what I'm...
But
It did... Oh, why do I trust auto tap?
you know what? Just swing out. You can grow the recluse. They can't reasonably take down anything that you have. They could chump the witness to get the lifelink broken. That's still... still in a better position.
Actually, I don't know what I've been playing lately has been Magic the Gathering. That's... No, I actually played a bit of Tropical, because that's the only game I've played this week.
Alright, Tropical 6. Out of the early access.
Actually, my other problem with that game is I just... My gaming sessions aren't long enough to do anything meaningful in that.
Yeah, fair. Oh, for 5.
I'll take it for now.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to do the Prey Upon on the Worm.
You know what I would do first? I would Rosemane using the Knight to convoke, still leaving the 1 green open so that then you can prey upon with the Knight against the Worm. Get more bodies out.
That's interesting. I got to choose a color there.
Oh, it is a split.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, back is the incredible. Yeah, we've just been looking at all the other things that we can go through and do. I think there's plenty. Yeah, the what was it? Wolfenstein Cyberpilot looks like it's VR mechas in Wolfenstein. At least that's what I got from the trailers. Ooh, back these.
It's worth the trade potential loss.
I expected that they would.
Yeah, I know, that's why. Hence, as I said, it's worth the potential loss.
What does the pack beast steal again? Enters the battlefield. Oh, okay. So it's just vigilant normally.
Yeah.
At that point, just swing out with everything.
Yep. I could direct current if it actually blocks.
Or you could right just blow it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No point in discarding something. We'll just right just blow it, and then on the second main cast, play out the distance. Follow up with the alpha.
Yeah, they need a major miracle actually to win this.
That's still not.
Yeah, that's not enough.
All they've done is go through and. Dang it.
I'm gonna draw it out on him.
Another game that I ended up coming across through the Gearbox panel itself from PAX East that was part of their whole publisher presentation was the Risk of Rain 2 that is out now in early access.
I'm happy now. I
Nice.
can lose out and I won't. I don't want to. Don't get me wrong. But
I know.
like,
You'll feel better about it.
yeah, it's like fine. I've hit that. Like I gotten half my gems back. So yeah, Risk of Rain.
Oh, Risk of Rain 2. Yeah, that one actually looks cool because it's like I had the first one from a Humble Bundle.
Right.
It's like a side-scrolling looter shooter co-op thing, but it's like 8-bit-ish, like
Right. Yeah. Now I'm
low-key
thinking.
graphics and stuff like that.
It was more of like I was drawing like I know the name. I know it's a game, but I had my mental image was just like a blank canvas of like.
It's like you get thrown into a level, you got to kind of wander around to find a portal to get out of it, and then once you do find the portal, activating it basically causes like a level boss to appear with a whole rush of bad guys. So then you have to survive for a set amount of time until you can actually beam out of it.
I think white's too important. I think I have to mine that. Dang it. Oh wait, there.
Yeah, you still got the gate, so you're good. You've got the knight, you've got the bonds. May as well. So yeah, for Risk of Rain 2, they basically upped the graphics. Made it 3D third-person shooter.
Huh.
It looks really cool. And again, it's a 4-player co-op, so loot them, shoot them up, die a lot. Looks kind of cool. And that's without getting into other bigger things like, you know, Master Chief Collection. Hopefully soonish.
I was never a big fan of.
I never really had a chance to get into it because, like, in its heyday, I wasn't really playing a lot of games.
I played 2. A
Yeah,
fair
I
amount,
played
actually.
2.
I mean, like, I played 1 like at friends' places, but I actually played 2 on my own Xbox. I never beat it. I got bored.
Was that an Xbox One or Xbox 2?
No, that was Xbox.
Or, that was Xbox 360.
360, yeah. Xbox 2.
Xbox 2! Yeah.
60.
The OG Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X. Good old X-Bone. I mean, technically, I suppose played that on, but I was getting that crap off the law school. I don't know, I kind of missed most of that.
I think I'm gonna
franchise.
swing.
Yeah, may as well keep the pressure on.
Just to do.
Nothing, apparently.
I kind of suspected that. I think I'm gonna put out the patrol. At least at the moment, they both kind of prevent damage in the air.
He's good, he's good.
So they can cast an instant, of course, free. They're in the right colors. I don't know. You can never trust a panic chicken. Calm chickens,
Yeah.
very trustable, but not panic chickens.
Especially once they lose their heads. They just keep on running, dude.
They're gonna cast an instant.
Yep.
Or a shock. Or not a shock, a direct current.
Ducks.
Well, no, it's still better though, because I did actually take a creature out the other. If I'd blocked the other way, they would have still had the other one.
True, true.
Nothing is at least here. I'll swing in. Challenge it. Gross!
I think another game though. Possibly, probably gonna start playing as Warhammer.
I don't even know that one.
Free to play looter shooter. Been around for like 6 years.
Like I know the name, but I know nothing about.
Well, in hindsight now, going through and looking at the game, I'm like, man, that's what we should have been playing when, for at least Cardigan and I, when she was all hyped for Destiny when it was first coming out, because that would have been like the perfect standard for.
I think it would just luminous this freaking dragon knots.
Dragonauts?
Just because it's kind of annoying. I mean, I could invoke that as well.
If you swing out with the Challenger but don't tap anything, you could technically still grow it. They wouldn't be able to kill it, and would be able to at least take down.
Well, if the double block, they can.
No, because it gets.
Ah! That's not what I wanted.
Whoops! I guess. Yeah. As well.
Swing it with both?
No, because it can still kill.
Damn those misplays.
Big chump.
Actually, I have no idea about what's coming out in the games industry at the moment. I should know better, but
With the slew of recent award shows, I like conventions as well. And like, alright. This one's good. No. Plus, I mean, those the other one that I'm really hyped for. Hollow Knight Silk Song.
yeah, of course.
Because I went through and did actually pick up a Celeste one up. It's actually on sale again now.
Right, yeah, I saw that. What else? Oh yeah, it was Elite Dangerous was on sale again. That game's actually fun. If you like those kind of games.
Not fair enough. I mean, I just still like to get but I have a harder time justifying it. With the BAFTA sale again came. Or actually, it's the first time that I think I've seen it. Return of the Obra Dinn on sale. So. Gonna give that one a shot.
I don't know that one either.
Indie game by the same dude who did Papers, Please. And this one's like a murder mystery detective kind of thing. Set in, I believe, the 1800s on a ship. At the very least, it looks really cool. Like the art styling that they chose for it. Looks legit. So they did that deal too?
To me, it's an interesting move.
Wouldn't that be something that you'd cast off before their opponent's attack phase?
Yep. I think that was kind of just a shucks.
Well, I mean, they could have dragged it out a bit longer, but that seems like the kind of misplay that I would make.
I appreciate the speediness of it.
Fair dues, fair dues.
Actually, you had a lot of people just kind of go like, "I'm done with this." That's how impressive your deck was. They're just like, "Nope."
That is a nice that is a nice sentiment and thought. Though in fairness, I think it's really just because we're too chatty and I take too long. I get easily distracted. Ooh, shame.
But sometimes I have the opposite problem when I'm like really focused. Like, I won't pay attention to important things other than what I'm like.
Tunnel vision. This is all it's about. I often do that in gameplay and actually just completely ignore aspects of blocks or creature abilities or something. Either would turn things in my favor or definitely in my disadvantage, and like, nope, go for it.
Yeah.
Oh crap, I totally did not consider that. Well, punt.
So what game we really do need to play, which is so much fun, is Divinity 2.
Yes.
Actually, I have Divinity Original Sin as well.
I know I remember that you picked it up when it did so.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
But it's also, the story is fantastic. I think I'm gonna go for the...
Well, if I'm not mistaken, at the very least, I believe the first one was Kickstarted. I don't know if the second one was as well or not.
The second one was Kickstarted. I don't think the first one was,
No, I
actually.
thought the first one was.
I think they may have Kickstarted the...
Might need to look that.
Yeah, I think they may have
Facts one.
They may have Kickstarted when they brought the Enhanced Edition in, which is they brought the game onto the new engine, which brought in the co-op play and stuff like that. That wasn't in the original. I could be wrong though. I'm not. I know they Kickstarted too. That I know for sure. Beyond that, Guild Mage or Boros Challenger. I'm not getting anything off the Challenger.
Unless you actually guarantee you get a draw, like a land on your next one, you won't be able to grow it, but can actually... Enclave it is.
Direct current. Like that's what's coming. Oh. Well, I'm wrong. But I don't feel bad because they would make that joke.
The Legionnaires' steel is haste and finer.
No.
I guess just for the challenge.
No. You know what? I've gotten a lot of damage value in so far.
Yeah.
That's kind of the first blocker they've gotten up, so.
You're sitting in a good position. Oh, Tristani.
A little bit annoying, but.
What can the French do again? Can your Guild Mage do?
Can create 2/2, but I mean,
immediately you can give your creatures trample. This unfortunately I do too much. Some removal would be nice right now. I just don't even know what you would actually want to go through and like hard remove. Do you go for the Tristani or do you go for the Whelp?
yeah, I don't know on this one. There's nothing I can really do here.
No, you gotta pass.
Even worth playing me, yeah.
You'd want to play that one after stuff started to go. I don't know if there's any point in playing the 2/2. You can at least still grow that to make 4, right? I assume that they wouldn't swing out with the Tristani, but if they did, could theoretically beat it.
Know that.
Shield mate.
I think they may have just stabilized.
Yeah. They're not gonna swing. Oh, actually.
Overhead, yeah. Then deal 1 damage to something.
Dang, well.
Probably me.
No, it's target creature.
Oh.
By force.
Take the ticket.
Eek the cat. I mean, at least you can play the Swath Cutter.
Well, I could throw that and get the Dastani. Yeah,
We could.
but that wouldn't be the worst. Swath cutter though.
Because I mean, technically off of that one, we could.
Those lifelingers.
Annoying as hell. Damn, pack beast!
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Crap.
Thought this game was gonna be just chew in there for me, but nope. Oh, and they get the mentor too. Fun. Shit. Fun in the sun.
It's cold outside. Strange with no atmosphere.
I've lost
I'm
this
all
one.
alone. You're all dead. Take me to a very special place. Probably butchering the lyrics. Something like that, kind of, maybe. I don't know. It's been a while.
I don't know if I can even survive the next round.
I mean, if you play the Forgers, how many do you have in the yard right now?
One.
Just the one, so 5.
You know what? I have to do that.
Now the question is, which one?
I gotta.
Nani?
It's gonna reduce the most amount of damage because I gotta have to take some to the face
Yeah.
and reduce their life gain.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to do a Legionnaire in front of a whelp. Unfortunately, you don't really have a way of actually
No, I don't really have a way of
killing the whelp.
I don't think I can win this.
You need to stand.
Probably should just concede.
Thing is, there've been those 11th hour top decks. And shit, I didn't think I was gonna go through and make a turnaround on that one. And now they demoted it, so I can't. Damn it!
No, they just won. I took out the flyer. That's 5 damage I can't block. Oh. You know what? Four wins in before I get my first loss. I mean, I can't really be that annoyed. But I will!
You're putting up a great showing right now. This is awesome.
I'd like to get one more win out of this. One more. Oh, well, I mean, I'd like to get several more than one, but, you know.
One for sure. But beyond that. Oh, getting the 2, breaking even. Woo. Above and beyond that, it's good. All agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna molt. Keep that.
Come on, Forced. Come on, Celestine Golgari. Come on,
Prey up. I might as well.
Blow. Go with the Righteous Blow.
Yeah, or at least go with the ability to use it. I don't know if I'll need it yet.
It's always nice to have in your back pocket just in case. Safely tucked up your stuff. still holding out hope that Resident Evil 2 Remastered is going to end up going on sale. Hey, in fairness, it did end up going on sale on PS4 recently.
Bonds.
I believe this weekend. So. Luminous Bonds? Hired goons?
That's what I want.
Dissident? I mean, you can still use the knight with the prey pawn to take things out, much like last time.
It feels kind of like last time. Hopefully not like too much like last time though.
Well, was that last time or was that the time before?
I think it was the time before actually. Last time I was like just steamrolling over them, and then they steamrolled over me.
Yeah, it seemed like it was going so good, and then just
I was steaming to roll over them. They steamrolled over me.
the tide's turned. What kind of? Ah, there we go. Got menace now, right?
I just gotta take 3 to the face.
It's not the worst thing.
Can't even pay a pawn to
Actually reasonably take it out. Especially since that's a sorcerer, it's not like you can combine that with a righteous blow for it to do any meaningful amount. Doggone it.
Well, I'd have to attack to combine them. I think I have to.
Yeah. Gonna get out of control way too quickly.
Part of me wants to Luminous Bond as their witness. I'm not going to. No sane part of me wants to Luminous Bond them, but part of me does want me to Luminous Bond it.
The petty part does.
Yeah, that's very accurate description.
Luminous Bond's my creature, I'll Luminous Bond your creature. So I think now would be the more appropriate time to do so. Prevent the petty life league game.
True. Well, if I'd Luminous Bonds it before, they would have never even got to the extra 1/1.
Though, yeah, they could have preyed upon or sacrificed him somewhere where we get the token off.
Not happy with that Bannerette, but
That Bannerette is an issue.
They can afford to do a lot of things on it.
They can pump quite a bit, and then I mean, at that point, you
might just bonds it.
Because
Or I could prey upon it with anything.
You could prey upon it. You could also righteous blow it. I'm just worried that with the righteous blow, it's gonna end up being too late.
The righteous blow is too late. Look how much they can pump it now. Gotta go.
Doggone it.
Oh, Shazbot. Wait.
Doesn't really matter. It was already.
Well, I'm like, I realize I'm like, why am I so concerned over?
I mean, it would have been nice to be able to have kept it around, but then it's not like you had another prey pawn to be able to leverage to use it anyway.
But it could have blocked.
No, it couldn't have. It was bounced.
Could have blocked.
No, it couldn't have.
Could have blocked. I need to find a way to deal with that freaking Aurelia.
Yeah, Bloom spawns.
Right. So, Recluse, right?
No, Gravitic punch it.
I can't even do that. Can I? Isn't a player?
I know.
Oh, Aurelia's a player. That's right.
Major player.
Oh. The majorist player.
Yeah. There's international.
I believe she's known as Mrs. Big. I guess it still gives you the ability. This is fine. Everything's fine.
Toad's fine. Toad's my goat's fine. If only you could get that foragers out. If you got the Guardian out, it would at least trade
Yeah, I was
with
gonna
the
say,
Praetor.
I think I need to go for it. Come on, go. Everything open.
Yep.
Yep. These are some pretty crazy steals that we've had, both of us, actually. I can't do that.
History seems to show that we have better luck with sealed than we do with actual draft. Give us a limited pool, set pool to work from, even if it's randomized, seems to work better for us than actually trying to make picks to tailor up.
4-2. They didn't attack.
Yeah, because the Rock Charger couldn't swing that turn. They didn't want to go through and lose the Praetor Maker that point because they can throw it up in the air following. So if you threw that one out there with at least that's annoying.
I think I need the Recluse.
You can block the Charger, but you're not going to be able to take down the Crater Maker with it, which is going to be swinging to your face for 4. Otherwise, you're just chumping to it. Because the Guild Mage does gain your life, right?
Oh.
No. Sorry.
What card was that?
That was the Golgari one.
Right. Yes, the Golgari Guild Mage. Or, well, it's not called Golgari Guild Mage, but you know what I mean.
Swarm Guild Mage, I think it was?
Yeah.
Hypothemathizzle. Not the Hitchclaw. Why you gotta take the Hitchclaw like that? How many? Okay, so swing for 5. Because you could technically kill them in 2 turns. No, 3 turns. Dang it. Damn it. Draw the Crow Foragers. Because they can swing for another 5? What are you at? What are you at now? 8? They could get in the next 3.
Yeah, but still, it still gives me 2 life. And leaves me with lethal, because all I need to do is get in for 2 and then Gravitic Punch.
Yeah, the life gain. Good. Is good.
Well, I don't like all this eyeing of my creatures, so they're probably just deciding.
Hawk boy.
Come on, swing in. I really want you to swing in.
Oh, they're just gonna grow the rock. 3 get you down that. You can still do it, right? You swing out with everything. Get in. Punches.
Yeah, you're right. Sorcery. I mean, because even if they try and get fancy and like double block the 4, they're still letting too much through. Or sorry, triple block the 4. No, it's lethal then. Yeah.
Barring combat trick, hold them in hand. They do have the single card in.
I know. You're gonna gain 1 life. This doesn't matter.
Got him.
Well, let's see how this all plays out. Play like you haven't won until you have. Oh, yes.
Still get in for 2.
Yeah. I'm like, they're gonna counter that another good game first, but I was feeling fairly confident.
They could have ionized, but yeah.
Actually, with most things in this game, it's like I felt very confident while doing it, and then afterwards, like they could.
You don't think of what they could do in response until afterwards.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
that's typical for me.
All right, so if I die out now, at least we're tied.
It's looking favorable, dude. Considering you went on a 4-0 streak.
It's true, but I mean,
I think
I thought you were gonna get one more win out of there. I honestly really did. So
yeah, but I ended up going.
Sure, I'll keep this.
I ended up getting my first loss after 2 wins, I believe it was. And then
yeah, I think so. No, then you went kind of on a little bit of a streak there again.
A little bit of a hot run.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Mark. Peace.
What do I want to play?
Yep, let's run out the direct current. Keep that tucked away in order to deal with maybe an opposing tomorrow. Oh no, lifelinking tokens. I mean, you could current one of those and give yourself.
No, actually, my actual debate was, should I swing out and see what they do? And then maybe direct current response.
Well, no, you couldn't direct current response because it's a...
Oh, yeah.
It's got that one downside, right?
I always forget about it. Still, I'm like about to go throw that in like a red deck. I'm like, oh yeah, why isn't direct current? Oh yeah, sorcery yet.
Yep, no good, never mind.
I guess it's not no good, but yeah, compared to...
Not good enough.
I'm just gonna swing out with everything. I can kill them. Okay. Yeah, I direct current away that, righteous blow away that, and that's 10 damage on the board there. they're gonna, I was about to shit they're gonna gain life, but that doesn't matter. It still works out.
Just enough, isn't it?
Yeah, let me say good game. That's almost as important as winning.
Killing it, dude. On a tear here. Look at that!
I'm in disbelief myself.
Dude, are you gonna go 7-1?
We're about to find out.
Are you gonna actually go through it, just like go all the way on this draft?
I might go 7-2, or I might go 6-3. I mean,
nah, 7-1.
Those are basically the options at this point. It's like go 7-1, 7-2, or 7-3.
Happening right here. This is the game.
I hope so. I really do.
This would be so awesome.
I think this will be the second time ever too that I've done 7. I've done 6 a couple times.
Dude, if you go through and you like, is there any way we can get a screen cap of the damn deck?
Only if I lose at this point.
Okay, so I guess not then. We can't.
I think I go with it.
Yeah, you've got the Amara. I think this is doable.
So early on, it's so hard. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't want to land there.
You did, but you're getting creature instead, so just hope that they don't follow up with a creature. They follow it up with a creature. That's okay there, because you can actually.
I think I go for this, the 4/4.
Yeah, get the bigger body out, because again, it's just going to create another token off of the armor.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
And I can still bring out the Legionnaire next turn because it's haste.
Yep. Still going to be nice. I mean, if you get another land, you could theoretically prey upon and Legionnaire. They're digging, trying to find response. Bigger or better things. Basically, make it a little bit easier right now. I was worried about that damn dead weight.
The moment, yeah. Let's take damage.
Just that damn card draw that I was worried about with them.
Dang it, I got the land, but it's not usable.
Shazbot.
That's fine. Go for maximum over damage.
Yeah, might as well. Life game tonight.
Fine.
Well, depending on how they follow up, might be able to prey upon. Keep it open for their follow-up. Unless they deadly visit. In which case you're just gonna be holding on for that response, I think. I mean, you could vigil the Legionnaire, but that's still not gonna go through.
I could vigil and then prey upon, can't I? I can't. I think it's worth it. I'm going for it. That's 5 in the air.
Putting them in a very precarious position.
Very precarious. They're probably going to take it out, but...
I haven't seen. I haven't. No.
Like I haven't won it.
I went out fully. They try and block with the parkway.
Doesn't matter though. I don't care if they block it.
Take down.
There we go.
Damn, take down.
Oh! Oh!
There it
Demir.
is. There it is. There's that side of Demir we all love. Oh, you thought you were gonna do that? Nope. Slap to the face.
Thing is, there's not a lot of counters in this set. I mean, there are a fair number, but it's not gonna be well-polished Demir. At least well-polished countered Demir.
That Demir right off the bat has access to, I think it's just the 2, right?
I think so.
It's Disdainful Stroke and then Sinister Sabotage. Ionize is splashed into Izzet, so unless I manage to pull red mana from somewhere. Oh, damn. Quasi dupes. Do the dupe. Yeah, just pay for it up front.
Should I just prey upon one of those Darkblade agents?
Nah, crap. You should have gone through and played it tapped with a forest instead of the guild gate.
Why?
Keep it open for the response.
Oh, yeah. Crap. See, I was thinking about keeping it open for prey upon.
Prey upon's a sorcery. Not gonna let you kill anything off right now.
Yeah, right. I can't math.
All good, dude. All good. Because I'm worried that they're just sitting on a freaking handful of counters. I mean, it's not likely. Here you are, so. Ah, macro list.
Out there one as well.
Oh, with that one you can't prey upon.
Probably shouldn't I?
What do you take out? Necrolisk, or do you take out one of Death Touching Darkblade?
I think I gotta take out the Darkblades.
What is the caveat on the Necrolisk?
Sacrifice another creature and get +1/+1.
So you would need to do that on otherwise. Blades?
Yeah.
Which I mean still ultimately achieves what you're trying to get.
You know what would be nice to draw right now? Gravitic Punch.
Yeah. No, I know, that's immediately what I was thinking. Either that or Direct Current.
Yeah, or Direct Current.
Because that would be... You'd be short 1 red in order to be able to cast it.
They're gonna stabilize this, aren't they?
I fear that they might. Oh!
They're burning through spells quickly, though. I still have a quasi-duplicate they can use, too.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That'll do it, too. Yep. Oh, thank you.
Dude!
Dude! That deserves a high five on that one. Holy crap.
The freaking top deck with top decks, and then like 7-1.
And to think I almost cut that card.
7-1.
All right, on to the next man. Oh, that was a good run. That was a really good run.
We're gonna have to go back on the footage on this one because I want to see a screen cap of that deck. Like, damn, dude.
Take another Doom Whisperer.
Hells yeah.
Actually, I didn't actually get anything that I didn't have in my draws either. I didn't get my gems.
Yeah,
anyone I want.
You definitely got gems anyway.
Yeah, I'm not worried. Actually, in many ways, I prefer to just fill out my collection and get the gems back. But operative
looks familiar. I think I got one of those myself.
And just like you, I've got a an allegiance pack to top it off with Chambered Guardian.
Sweet.
And ill-gotten gains.
Dude. Sweet. Dude.
I guess the practice kind of paid off, maybe. Mostly luck. We'll go with luck.
It kind of helps that we have a better grasp on this set, I feel, than
yeah, that's what
Allegiance
I was like. This is
or Core. So
I'm like almost at a loss for words. Like
that was freaking awesome.
That I think they may have been the best because I think when I got 7, I think I was 2-7. So I think that might actually have been my best ever run.
7
and we caught it on stream. So
yeah,
I mean...
it actually happened. There's proof. And no, YouTube is going to go through and delete it. No.
Still be on Twitch. Still be on Twitch, right? Just not Mixer. All right.
We tried.
Yeah, we have tried. We'll be back eventually, maybe.
Yeah, we'll get it working eventually.
But yeah, that's been our run at Sealed Guilds of Ravnica, which
was freaking awesome. I mean, I did good. Anzo did freaking great. 7-1, dude.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's not like he didn't help.
Still, I've never gone 7-1.
I'm happy. Almost speechless.
Yeah.
I don't know how we get my speech back by heading over to YouTube if you're not there and leave me a comment below. I mean, you can leave us suggestions about misplays or things we could have done. I mean, I did lose once.
Hey,
no, I don't mean, that sounds way too cocky. I don't mean it like that. But no, I mean, seriously, I mean, send us your tips or like how you've done.
Yeah. What have you been finding luck with in terms of actual like colors? You know, I want to say guilds, but in a lot of cases you end up going for like the shards or the clans. So, yeah, what color combinations have you been finding success with? What key cards have you ended up pulling out that have actually gone through and gotten you the win? Like, you know, Cosmetronic Wave at the 11th hour.
Yeah, those top decks.
Because they do happen. And I mean, as well, let us know what you guys are thinking about War of the Spark.
Yeah, actually, what I'm curious to know, if anyone wants to type, is anyone planning on buying that pre-release package in Arena? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, it's one of the best values that we've seen on this stuff.
I'm tempted.
Far.
I don't think I'm going to.
It would be
but I'm
nice,
tempted.
It would be nice to have a guaranteed Lilly.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So maybe on the launch day of it, you'll see a stream of us opening 50 packs.
If not, we're probably just going to end up jumping into sealed if that is a thing that they have actually available.
I mean, if it's drafters are only option to play the new set, you know we're playing draft.
Yeah, but they usually like to bust out sealed for this. I'm just wondering if it's going to be pre-release weekend or if we're actually going to on the release.
I don't know. We'll find out. It's coming up pretty soon.
So soon.
So hyped. But I think on that note, I don't think we can do better than we have in the stream, and we hope to catch you in the next one.
Indeed. And until then,
Peace. Never find the end.